Oh, he's gonna remember that. Well! God dang it, Will. Will, you better do the frickin'... Do the thing. Do the raw.
No, for
Alright,
what? For
Viking,
what? What's
time
gonna
for the
happen, huh? What are you gonna do? You're gonna do it for me? Is that what's gonna happen?
Mom, please.
Hey, I
What's
was
gonna happen?
waiting. I'm streaming. We are already a minute in of silence. Okay.
Let me get my thing as well.
Please do the intro.
How many days?
Let me turn on Nathan's camera real quick. All right.
Sorry, I'm doing the intro well.
This is our typical cleric.
Okay.
He has
All right.
cleric energy.
Cleric.
Begging me for heals. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, welcome back. Last time, previously on Frigid 6, our heroes were given tasks by the Bright Queen herself on investigating 3 cities regarding about the overall safety of them, as well as the search of Robin Ball in the process. The 3 cities that we are be looking at, going and looking after surrounding Rashona were Asarius to the west, Karis to the southwest, and Rothold, which is a little bit southeastern. More south than eastern. We finished up some small needed things around Rashona before we were to take off. We head back to our keep using some new abilities that we acquired to inform of our new wealth for our upkeep. Decided to end up making our way to Asaris, which should be roughly about a 20-hour trip. You'd think. However, we get bombarded by a couple of Gloomstalkers, and that couple turns into 10. As we take them out and continue our trip to Asarius. We are on our way and should be reaching there by the next dawn. However, we notice these 2 giant columns of spinning clouds, or this giant column of spinning clouds, constantly kind of like a yin and yang, one with each other. Kind of like it's outskirts of Asarius city. We were not in any state of mind to sit there and try and fuck with this thing. So we decided to make our way to Asarius, drop the ship off, have that fixed up because it cannot take any more beating.
While going through the
And
city.
then we'd come back and investigate this abyssal kind of column of clouds that we notice on the outskirts. As we get to Asarius, Torrens tries and scries on Robin, just notice and trying just to maintain contact with her in any way or form. And as we are there at night in Asarius, she's just trucking through some kind of terrain of unknown certainty. I as well tried to contact a special someone. I fall insane though. That's beside the point. We finally reach Asarius by the dawn, and we end up on the north side, where we reach the city of beasts.
Right. Having entered Asarius proper through the north roads, most of you finding your ways around the masses of waste folk and refugees and various other individuals finding their way into Asarius. Now that the skies have darkened and this column of smoke column of clouds spews out 4 tentacles that wrap and grasp at the clouds. There is as much attention as you think deserving of that type of spectacle, as many guards have now formed around the wall towards the eastern direction, as well as countless myriad refugees and the like, all staring up towards this spectacle. In this, what you can only assume to be mid-morning, now that the clouds have darkened the sky, this mid-morning day in Asarius, What is it you want to do?
We're entering the city. We basically already hopped off the ship, correct?
Yeah, most of you had entered already into the North Roads, which is this huge, just desert, well-packed sand that leads towards this archway, and beyond that, the greater city. If you're entering, so on your right, you can see the columns of smoke of various well-off buildings. Seems to be an industrial sector. Lots of carts that move between here and there, delivering raw materials, and seem to be carting out various stuff into the Scow Market. Doesn't seem like a lot of people are journeying out of the city at the moment.
Ooh.
Otherwise, on the other side, you see the tower. Gives a faint glow at the top, as well as a very well built up citadel of sorts.
I asked Saren, did he notify us of that he had contacted the Kryn already?
Yes, I would have told you that I at least talked to them, and I remember talking to a guard, and they were taking us to the leader of the town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We should take care of that, and then also take care of some mundane items, I guess, while we're here.
Yes, quite.
We should probably get the ship settled up first. Finding that started.
Let me evilly pet my cat.
But yes, we should definitely get the ship fixed up first.
Yes.
Stormer
Yes,
we
stop,
should.
stop.
Because that'll take a priority of our time here.
Okay, so third thing on the list.
Yeah, it
Um,
sounds really bad, but I missed like the entire intro because my
Oh my
my router
God,
decided to go
guys.
out. So
Stinks.
I know we're
So-
in the city, and that's about it.
So we
Okay.
just reached the city. It's about morning around this time now.
The crew did say they were gonna help take care of that.
The crew is staying on board until they
Right.
can. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they can tie everything down.
Yeah. Well, right now they have to just kind of hover until they get permission to land.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess we should
So I'm
get
gonna head
permission
to
for it
the
first.
where we were directed to go for the head of the Asarius's location.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to do in the meantime while you're currently making your way through North Roads, and you're
Yeah.
likely going to be pushing through the Scowl Square and then into the central mesas?
Is the Scout Square a merchant type area?
Yeah, it seems to be the center of the commerce in the area.
Okay. Would there be like some sort of street urchin that like is like trying to gather things that would run around gathering things for you?
For
Like
you?
yeah. Well, this is Stormer's way. Stormer speaking. This is just a way to get mundane items quickly without having to bog down the session.
Okay. So you want to just ask someone if they can get you stuff?
Mm-hmm. And get an
Can you
extra
find
gold
me
if
this? Okay.
if they actually get the stuff and bring it back.
Here's 1,000 gold.
Okay.
Find me the
Quickly
nuclear
just,
launch codes.
That's gonna cost you.
quickly just roll perception or investigation.
Had the AC turned down to 69, the vents closed, my fingers are frozen.
Nice.
Frozen in a desert. Can you imagine?
That's actually quite common.
Well, yeah, if it's nighttime or something, but
Well, Antarctica is technically a desert.
okay, but we're not in Antarctica.
I mean,
I can't
you
even
want,
say
hey,
the
you
word.
want, hey,
I roll at advantage because I'm having little helpers.
I was like, ooh, desert thing to ever get.
What did you
know,
roll?
I know, it's cold, you know.
11.
Okay.
I guess I could roll at it. Okay.
Roll
Yeah,
to
I'm just
hit
trying
the
to get
stop
a
bar.
chain, leather, canvas, a ruby, and maybe a timepiece.
Okay. You managed to like
Well,
stop
the chain, the
someone.
leather, and the canvas.
Yeah. You managed to stop someone very briefly and try to explain this, but I'm sorry, just and they quickly disappear into the crowd.
Such a
There is
busy
like
crowd.
chaos right now. and you're unable to get anyone's attention at the moment to run your errands. Just due
Does it
to the
seem
sheer
like
amount
the
of refugees.
chaos
We'll have to wait.
is because of? Does it look like the chaos is kind of like the normal hustle and bustle of a market, or because of what's happening outside the gates?
Yeah, I think it's
I
obviously
could
the
help
thing.
you with that answer. Perception check? With my knowledge of this shit? Yeah? Can I roll?
Sure.
Wait, what am I rolling for? Because I'm
It's
just
an
talking
insight
shit.
check, but yeah.
Okay.
Thought you
You can
actually
roll
had
with
a way to
advantage.
help.
You guys are helping one another.
Thought you actually had a way to help.
I'm a bard. I've seen shit.
Rolls a 2. You ain't seen
Natural
nothing.
20. Let's go. That's amazing.
Okay.
Insight, so 21.
Um,
He's like,
it's
yeah,
less
it's
like
definitely the
people.
thing in the sky.
There's a yeah, definitely that. There's definitely a degree of panic buying right now. There is people very quickly trying to acquire at whatever price arms, weapons, anything that shoots, anything that stabs,
Oh.
rations, tools. But there's also just such a sheer influx of refugees and waste folk making their way into the town and also trying to sell that has created this immense chaos as more people are trying to drag other people's attention to buy their stuff. The guards are trying to get in. It's just
Do we know the
It's
reason
Black
why this is
Friday.
happening, or is it yeah, like what he's saying is pretty
Have you looked
basically like
outside?
it's like a domino effect. Thing in the
Ah.
sky makes people buy things. More people come in, want to sell.
Okay,
Chaos just spirals out from there.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna find
Josh,
jack shit to buy.
Well,
remember
you
in
can find stuff.
Street
It's just
2000?
trying to grab one person's attention, say, "Can you buy these items for me?" They are like on their own little quest right now.
Oh
So yeah,
yeah.
this is gonna have to wait now. So let's head back and take care and let's make sure they can land.
Yeah. Yeah. Where would we go to?
I guess we're following the guard now.
over.
That
Is
Yeah,
was
there
you're
even
originally
following.
following.
is there even like an airship dock or anything here that
She
would
can
be
land.
suitable
No.
for the?
No, but she
No.
can tie everything down.
So we'd have to find kind of like a makeshift way to get this thing fixed from their local cart mechanic.
Yeah, based off what Menlo had said, is that there is room in Asarius' walls to land the Wyvern's Claw. Not just moor it, the vessel needs to land and so they can work on the broomstone housing.
Okay. So we have to go get permission. So we follow a guard again.
Yeah. Or we wave a
Follow the
guard
guard
down.
through the Scowls square and into the Aurora Hold, where you can see two spires have been pretty much dug out internally and have been replaced with various different buildings that sprawl all across the two entryways. Various different lines, tarps help cover and shade this area, though most of that is useless right now as the clouds overhead prevent the sun from hitting down. They eventually lead you into the hold, and you can see it is an extremely ornate structure, mostly carved out, and the stonework has been very meticulously engraved along the sides. You can see iconography of the Luxon symbology just kind of adorning the walls as you travel, and you make your way up a spiral grand staircase. Here you can see, looking out from windows strategically placed throughout the rock, the vast expanse of Asarius, the many tent cities, the small platinum dragon statue that is ornate on one side, the Cretes, which appears to be a large section of a shanty town that's just kind of formed this conglomerate section of rooftops and piling smoke. You eventually raise up to the top where you are led into a pretty modest chamber here. There's stained glass that lets the very limited light into here. It's no bigger than 40 by 40 here. There are 3 chairs that are silhouetted by the stained glass behind it, though only one of the chairs appears to be occupied at the moment. In the center of the chamber appears to be an altar of sorts, and you can recognize the carving of, again, a Luxon beacon carving, only of one, set atop the altar proper. In the centermost chair, you see an individual with a gentle expression, these amethyst eyes, and white hair that goes down past the shoulders. Some of the more perceptive among you can see that even in this faint darkness provided by the casting shadows from the stained glass, her eyes are very well, not very well, but they're slightly illuminated. Even still, that gentle amethyst color shines despite the dwindling light in the chamber. The individual looks to you and gives a head and gestures to guard. Welcome to my city of Asarius. Call me Zerith Olios.
Um, I guess we should introduce ourselves. Yeah, okay. So
Please do.
fuck, what the fuck is my last name again?
How do you spell that?
How do
Um,
you-
Spell that.
What's my name
Zerith.
again?
What's my name? Oh, shit.
Zethriss. Zethriss.
Stop.
Zethriss.
Oh, there goes a page. Oh, well, shit.
I don't know my name.
Like this?
2 S's.
He said SS.
Oh,
Yeah, SS.
Yeah,
Two
I'm
S's.
How
Oh.
about
I'm
that
listening.
last name?
It's
I'm
weird.
listening
The
too,
book
it
says
just-
2 S's. The wiki says 1.
Dude,
What?
that's smug. How do we spell the last
how's the
name?
wiki wrong?
Olios. It's spelt on the map. Olios.
On the fucking map? Oh,
yeah, this is
Oh, I got
And
it right.
yeah,
Olios
this is
cards.
his place. Yeah, he
So wait.
he's not kidding.
Is it a
She.
female? Yeah, I was just say.
Oh, she.
What race is she?
Drow.
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 Yeah, it's the den. Yeah.
I should have got that with the white hair.
Dens can be many different races, as you saw. Den Dwendalis was led by a human.
How old does she look? Oh, I wouldn't actually know because
You
they're
look
all
it up.
different. Yeah.
Would I know?
Fucking elves are
Do a history check.
Yeah. Could I do a history check? Hmm?
Perception check.
Shit.
Okay,
Saren.
I got you.
This is gonna be the
Saren,
scene from Emperor's
go
New
quick.
Groove.
He's about to
He's like,
scan the hell out of her. Just like, can you not?
Pretty
It's
new
kind of a
groove.
shit
Say
roll.
about
Only
age.
21.
That's
Only
two more than my
one.
that's
I
two more than
rolled
my
an
max roll.
8.
She has a somewhat lanky appearance, and the chair is just massive compared to her frame, so she's kind of settled into it only on one side, leaning on the rest. The headpiece goes well beyond where her head actually naturally lays on it.
Damn.
Appears to be, based off your interactions with Drow throughout Rasona and the greater Jorhassian area, appears to be on the younger side. If you were to try and compare it to human years, she's probably in her 30s.
Okay.
Which for
Nice.
Drow, especially for a Den member, that could be very deceptive. For
300.
someone that is the head of a Den, could have lived.
Yeah.
So she's like 160.
If you do or do not include the potential lifetimes she's also had.
True.
Yeah.
That's right.
This be true.
Well, who wants to introduce us? Darren or
I think our mascot should. Looks over.
Oh, like
so
flamboyant one.
Our
Go
mascot.
on, don't
Hello!
you cry.
We are the Frigid Six, and my name is Anavir Victoria. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The bow of her head nod.
Oh my God! It's Anavir Victoria.
No!
Wrong side of the continent, buddy.
I know, yeah, if it was on this side, I'd be
Oh.
freaking out. It's like, oh no.
My
Oh
pleasure
no.
to meet you all as well. Such strange circumstances to your arrival, though.
How strange.
Hanavir as a pop star.
Strange
You
now.
know how strange.
When did that column apparate?
Yeah, what's with the octopus in the sky?
Yes, we've received reports about it some few hours ago.
Oh, so it's new.
Appears that way.
Hmm.
I've already put in request with Roshona for an additional guard, and I hear that they will be sending a contingent out in the coming days.
On the topic of persona,
Alrighty.
we are
Well,
here on the behest of the Bright Queen.
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She's very
with
nice.
that, we wish mainly to get the information that you have about the event, as well as any reports from any of your gods. It would also help if you had any tools that might aid in our closing of and killing of whatever's over there.
As
You'll
well
have
as
to wait till the guard contingent arrives if you want assistance. To put it very lightly, the guards have been stretched thin since before the war, and following that, they have been stretched increasingly thin with every passing month. You have to understand, to protect the good people of Astarius, we have to occasionally deal with the beasts that rove the wastelands, the petty bandits that attempt to trade routes, and whatever happens inside the walls. It puts our men at incredible strain as it is. The increased severity of the situation on all fronts makes this difficult. Inside the city, we have what know to be a group that call themselves the Crown Breakers. They are, from what we have discerned, could call them extremists. They, I believe, desire to continue the war with the Dalian Empire, and news of the pulling back of forces has not sparked their ire. They do keep a remarkable good low presence. Makes it hard to weed them out. And I can't rightly dedicate any troops to hunting them down while we currently have, as you put it, a sky octopus.
First thing that came to mind.
Yep.
So yes.
Well,
As for the obvious question in the room, I have no clue how such a breach in the sky has occurred. The others, and she gestures over to the empty chairs beside her, the other den mothers have taken upon themselves to head to the Dusk Bastion and oversee the defense of the city. Nothing has come out of it yet,
Yeah.
but creature of such size has certainly meant we have to keep a large amount of soldiers in reserve. I am aware strange things happen in Jorhas, but I would also appreciate an investigation on that matter.
Indeed.
that's why we're here.
In the coming days, when the detachment from Rosona arrives, we can properly deal with that. Is there anything else you desire to know?
Yes. We arrived via airship and sustained damage getting here. Curious if there's any facilities, or at least a landing, or at least a spot large enough to land, make
There's
repairs.
patch of compacted dirt near the Dusk Bastion where such a vessel could land. Only probably safe location. You don't want to be on the south side of the city with such a
Hmm.
nice craft.
Dude.
The good
Oh,
people of Asharius will not touch the vessel, but the less than good individuals of Asharius would certainly appreciate a closer, more invasive look at the vehicle.
Indeed.
yeah. Quite.
Hands-on
You
hand
underestimate our crew then.
inspection.
And are there any carpenters, mage smiths that could
Um,
be spared?
Engineers?
you have
Engineers?
to understand. While Den Olio certainly does command a sizable fleet of craftsmen, they are not at our beck and call.
Hmm,
You'll have to pay for them like anyone else.
That's fine. Are they
fully prepared to
available?
do that.
There might be a few available. I would check by the North Roads proper. That's where you'll find the more reputable of the craftsmen.
All right. We'll be sure to give them a call,
Hmm.
or appointment. And you said that the columns started just a few hours ago. Anything different in the past couple days that you may have noticed?
Gotta roll for that one.
Trap.
I'd ask you if you were getting any strange travelers. However, I feel like that's just normal everyday situation, though.
Yes,
And
it
around here.
unfortunately is. The wasteland brings in all types of colorful people.
Figured.
Any
The
red
reports do come
dragonborns?
in here. No red dragonborns, or maybe there have been. Charius has a selection of dragonborns that occasionally make travel up north. If you want to know more about the people that come in and throughout here, I would check by anywhere on the ground. Scowl Square is a good spot to check. Same with if you can stand the smell, the pits is another good spot.
Hmm.
How long have your warmongering um, protesters been going at this?
If I had to assume about the middle of winter when the
Oh,
offensive started to slow down.
gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I think that kind of wraps up my questions.
I'm already aware that you have the blessing of the dynasty behind you all, so you don't need any additional permission from me. But do take great care not to make too much of a ruckus around the city. Remember that the Aurora's watch here is spread thin as it is. There's more than a few unsavory characters throughout the city of beasts.
We're more than likely to handle our own.
But well noted.
No
Thank you for that.
promises on the ruckus. We will keep things down into a minimum. However, if things were to arise, it's going to happen.
Definitely need to
Just
be
let
real.
us know when ruckus is caused.
You'll know.
At the very
Understood.
We will try to let you know.
do let me know.
All right. Well,
And thank you.
Mm.
And
slight bow to my head and
we'll
walk out.
I'll nod and turn around.
She just stays in the chair as you make your way out. As one of you pushes the door open, there's already a couple of guards in waiting, ready to escort you down from this high perch at the Aurora Hold and take you down into the small plaza below. There's a few fountains and water fixtures here, very clear blue waters. It's mostly empty here, and you can see that there's already at least a dozen guards that keep vigil just dotted around the plaza at the very center. At this point, city of Sarius is yours to explore.
Let's head
Well,
over to the North
So,
Roads.
hold on, just
Yeah,
to
let's take care of the ship first.
understand, just to summarize our discussion. She, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
She doesn't. She can't provide any aid with that as we all look over into the distance
Yes.
for a couple of days, and wants us to start looking into this band of
Peaceful protesters.
no, the previous
rabble
yes,
rousers.
well,
Peaceful
yes,
protesters.
peaceful protesters. Yes,
Peaceful till
rabble rousers.
they're peaceful till proven otherwise.
Peaceful till we get there.
So that just to understand, that's what she's requesting, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Sounds like
Alrighty
it.
then.
Deduced from the
Well,
conversation.
then two things. First, as Nathan, Will, is that thing from Instagram about holding different beers? Is it actually good?
It's pretty good. I've had it. I used it at a couple of parties now.
Off topic.
It doesn't fit one particular one though.
It doesn't. Okay, we had Modelo's, and Modelo's are like the oddly shaped like pears, right? Glass bottles, and so it didn't fit that obviously because it's
He brought to the lake and like, ha! It doesn't fit all of them.
But everything else is fit.
everything else fits
Yeah.
though. Like take it out. I
Other
have a
than the
normal
fact that
12
you're a
ounce.
cunt. Who does the
It comes
fucking
out.
thing?
But,
Oh, that's cool.
So you have different sizes and like there's ridges on it, so it can fit different size cups. And there's
Confused.
ridges
What
inside
is
as well.
it?
It's
It's
a
a
koozie.
beer cozy, a metal beer cozy that's just really a high-end beer cozy, and it's like $25.
Yeah. And honestly, it keeps my drink pretty cool because we were at the lake and I was putting in the Miller just long necks. It's like a normal like Corona style bottle, right? And I was putting it in there and it kept it pretty cold for the time we were there. 'Cause it
I've
was
been
like,
tempted to pick it up, but the guy's a total cunt in the commercials.
I found it on Amazon
Oh,
for
Okay.
like the same price, so I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
I'm gonna link.
I don't have to pay for.
But yeah, that was one thing. I just saw that and I needed to ask about
Yeah.
it. Otherwise, I would have forgot. Two. Well then, how about we start by
During our investigation.
investigating? Do we wish to break up into pairs?
I don't see why
Um,
not.
Well,
I feel like
the
our
wyvern
let
two.
me
does
wait
need
on a
attention.
second.
I
Let's
don't.
take care of
I-
that first, and then we'll do an investigation.
I
How
can
To the
about
pits
message
to
them
rabble
and
the
let them
rousers.
know where to park. When it comes
it's-
to, I mean, I
Right,
don't feel
choose
all of
one.
us need to go
I
deal
can.
with that.
Yeah, I think some of
I
us
feel
can.
we should break up into groups of
Yeah.
two to go deal with the airship. And four of us go look into Asarius and figure out this is Asarius, right?
So we're splitting the
Yes, we
party.
are in a
Yes.
sorry.
With
Asarius. Asarius. Yes, we're splitting the party. Viking and Anavir and I should not be in the same group as we are the only ones who can communicate.
pretty well. Yeah.
And it all depends.
Then
Well,
maybe we should have it
Guinevere
set.
can come with
Well,
me.
we all can communicate now.
Well, I should.
Oh yes, you're right. I'm so sorry. You're right.
we
Except
all have
for-
stones.
Reinhardt. I forgot about the stones. I'm so not used to them.
So we can
Yeah, so we can all communicate. So
Yeah.
we can break up into whatever groups we think are best.
Okay. Chris, is there a place that has gems, first of all? And then I'm going to help with the investigation right afterwards.
For gems, you have no fucking clue right now.
No.
Where
okay.
you are in the city, it is you have an everywhere to look.
Well,
Not enough.
that leads me on to number 2 is I cast fly on myself, and I'll head up to like here, if that's possible. You know,
You're
or
just
here
in
even.
the middle
Gets
of people.
gets shot by AA.
Fucking flat gun.
Either here or either this
As
one or
Snyder
this one.
starts flying away, I'll go.
I don't know.
So splitting into 2s and 3s then.
I'll be right
I was thinking
back.
Anavir could come with.
I'll.
Yeah,
Anavir
Well, I
could
was
come
wanting
and
to investigate.
Okay.
deal with
How far is the
the
top of the plateau from the
and then
from the?
us three,
place we were?
Reinhardt, myself, and Torin will stay together and investigate the.
That's-
What? I should be
the
investigating. One of
individuals
you
on
guys
the
has
list.
to do
No,
that.
Anavir, go with Savari.
Oh,
you
is it for
both are
the
very good at
deals?
getting the boat fixed, as well as
Knocking
you
down
guys
the
may
price.
be you guys will be a little bit more inconspicuous, especially Savari. Here, you are incredibly inconspicuous.
Thanks.
No one will look at you sideways here ever.
Oh,
yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Right. And
Oh wait, I can turn the music back on.
No, one second.
Yes, Torin?
How far from the plateau that Stormer was headed to? How far is it from where we are?
How far away is he now? Counterspell.
I mean, like, from where you are to the plateau, it's 50 feet. In terms of how high, that thing goes up a few thousand feet.
Ah. Oh. Okay.
and do I get to the top, Chris? One of the
It's gonna
two,
take you
whatever.
some time, dude.
It takes you a bit of time. The plateaus here, they get this amazing overlook of the surrounding wasteland of Jorhas.
That's the idea.
With that though, let's three go off. We'll search. You two, go deal with the boat as well as check the shipping yards and see if you see anything out of the ordinary. I think splitting up like this isn't a bad idea. And I just kind of look up. Snyder will figure out his own shit. I don't really care right now.
And Chris, can I roll investigation from the top?
Can you even see anything from the
I was
top?
gonna say, he's so
Darkness.
high
You do
I
realize
have
how
an owl
dark it
with
is.
me.
You
It's
do
a-
realize how dark it is, right? Owls don't have
There's
night
clouds. Also, they have 122 feet of dark vision. But yeah,
vision. Okay, you're thousands of feet up.
it's cloudy out. You said cloud.
Roll a perception because you're not boots on the ground, so
Okay.
you can't roll investigation.
Even
So
my
perception,
fucking
then you
eyes,
get
I'd be
closer. That
like,
makes sense.
"Ooh, I don't even know if
I
can
don't
see
see
up there."
anything. Okay, cool. 6.
It's going to take you a bit of time. That's all it means.
Okay.
It's you need to like get used to the lighting and the kind of chaotic nature that is Asarius, especially when you're looking at it with bird's eye view right now, to try and discern what you want to see here.
Doing my
So-
doing my assassin's.
Yeah, you're synchronizing right now. In the meantime, everyone else.
I'll go with
Chris,
Yes.
could I with us three walking, I'll try and look around and see if I see groups of what the leader of Asarius was. What are they called?
Groundbreakers.
Groundbreakers? Yeah. Groundbreakers. I'll try and like keep a lookout and like look around for what, like if they're noticeable or any iconography I could contribute to the Groundbreakers, as
Where are
well
you
as seeing Tora and Renho. Do you think we should just make a giant circle around?
I'm going straight to the pits.
Straight to the pits. Well, you can't really go straight to the pits.
I'm going around the stalagmites to the pits.
Okay.
The mazes.
Okay. Okay. We'll take the left side of the
west side of Aurora's hold.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was the
I'm
west or
assuming
what.
everywhere we look at a map, north is north, and then
Sounds
south is
good. Okay, so the west side. Let's go down the west side of the map then, and I'll just keep
Also
an
makes
eye
sense
out.
that makes sense that the top one says North Roads.
Yeah, but you never know. You never.
So if I had a city, I would totally name that like on the west side or like the south. But the thing about that is that anywhere you put it, that could still be north.
Yeah.
Depending on your orientation.
So then I'll try and keep an eye out for Grotesque and Crownbreaker, like individuals.
So you're heading towards the Cretes.
Yes. We're gonna go through the bottom half of the North Roads proper, through that weird temple, down through the creeks to the pits.
All
I
right.
was figuring
May I make
my group could go up like up along this way and then in.
Wait, weren't we going to Dusk
Chris,
Basin?
may I make a perception
going
check
to
to
the
see if I
Northwest
see
proper.
anything?
Oh,
Because
to
that's
engineers
where
and stuff.
the craftsmen and shit are.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, but so for this first
How
round, you have
ahead do
one
you guys
group
with
heading
that?
toward, one group starting at North Roads, one group starting at Scowl.
And then there's Torrens group going this way.
Thought we were going west.
Yeah, I thought
You
we
you
were.
you
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
yeah,
west.
yeah.
You can go west. I'm not going west.
Okay.
And then that's
Okay,
us,
I'm seeing
the
three
yellow.
groups, right?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
Stormer's
have-
up here
Oh,
somewhere.
you should
We
put
have
like little
Stormer who
icons.
did this, and then we're following Torin around here.
You mean
Oh,
to
now
put
you're
our
following me.
character
Yeah.
tokens?
Well, that was my plan. My plan was to follow you, and I just thought.
Also,
we'd
this is
go.
a big ass city.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan. Okay, what's happening here? We're
I
making a
think I'll
spiral.
just
You ever played Snake?
land towards one of the directions of one of the groups and just phantom steed my way
Let
over.
me quickly do some for my own sanity real quick.
Yes, please. I would
I'd love
imagine
to
it's
see
gonna
that
drive you
Phantom
nuts.
Seed. I'm
feel like I just
dispel magicking it, and just being like, stop making everyone
Yay!
around you.
Token! Oh,
Hey,
Put
token.
your tokens where you are starting.
You said North Roads for us,
We're
right?
giants.
Here.
It's representative.
We're starting here.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then we're heading this way.
We might as well just put ourselves where we are gonna be.
We're gonna
So.
be like
Wait,
there.
you're going by yourself?
Yeah.
I mean, initially I thought I was going by myself.
Do you want to go
Or
by
Kaiju.
yourself?
I'll head with these two when I see them walking that way.
Alright.
Anthony, do you want to go by yourself?
If you want to tag along, you can tag along.
I'll tag along with you and keep my eyes out for it. This is also the lesser known sign, so I'm assuming.
This is.
I
I'm assuming this
land
is a
regularly,
more.
no superhero landing, just to be
Yeah.
clear, no extra.
So, yeah, the pit mostly dominates to the south, and it seems that this kind of extension here is, yeah, is unnamed, less traveled section. So let's start with the North Roads individuals. We have 3 people up there. Let's see
You
here.
already know when I need to make a perception check.
Will do. So here in the North Roads are the beating heart of the industry of Venisarius. There's drow and goblin architecture as the industry here proceeds to produce the various goods for the waste folk of Xhorhas. The roads here are wide, a fairly well off section of people that typically probably don't leave the walls of Asarius that often, and likely have ample connections to the Den Olios and the nobility here within the city. As you're here, you can roll perception or investigation. The two are different. One is looking around, one is asking people and trying to discern information from around.
I guess I'll
And this
roll
is-
perception because that's my better one.
I'll give you advantage. So.
Advantage on perception, I can roll that. Chris, what's a 22 gonna get me?
22.
You see nothing!
Walking through and scanning the sector,
Walk into a pool.
there is a noticeable increase in private guard within this sector, seeming due to the lack, as you heard, of Aurora's Watch able to keep patrol over the entire city. Many of the people here have taken upon themselves to hire additional guard to protect the North Road propers. Most of whom are spread about in teams of 1 or 2, keeping eyes on the factories and the like. Not much is leaving the city right now. As such, there is simply just a lot of carts, a lot of supplies that is currently just sitting on loading docks in various areas, kind of waiting to leave. You do note that there is one factory in particular which seems to have about a dozen guards spread throughout its courtyard. Few on the roof, most along the perimeter, and 2 at the door.
Is there any indication what that factory specializes in, Chris?
Not outwardly, and it doesn't appear with your 20. I'll say you do notice
22.
that when most of the signs for factories have been placed either in front or somewhere here, that this factory, you can tell, has recently had its sign removed.
Well, what you think, Anavir?
Hmm.
I mean, we could just always knock and or go in and find out.
There's
So-
a large collection of guards around the kind of entry courtyard area, so
Or we could ask one of them.
Let's
Yeah.
do that.
It's not bad to do that.
Find the most friendly-looking guard.
Yeah. Yeah, this big orc, and he's just like, "Hi, how's it going?"
The nicest guy.
Yeah,
Ever.
he's like the softest guard.
He has a squeaky voice too.
Basically a Canadian.
Find the one Canadian orc.
um, you go you try to like number out the
Point
guards
'em out.
here that are like soft and like willing to talk. You're not having much luck. It seems that most of the guards here don't fit that bill. Majority of them are orc. There appears to be 2 of them that are bugbears. There's a few drows, but they are littering the rooftop right now.
Yeah. You know what? I'll
Any
just.
of them willing to talk to us?
I mean, we don't know until
I'll
we do.
Walk up to one.
I'll walk up to one and say,
Walk up to
ask
one.
him, like, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, excuse me. So, is this by any chance an area where we can repair a boat ship or some
Airship.
points? Actually, you explain what's going on
Yes.
here.
Gotta
Our
craft some
airship.
shit.
We're wondering if this factory has craftsmen that could facilitate repairing an airship.
And if any are available.
You kind of approach the orc guard and kind of explain this to him. He wears a very furrowed brow underneath a full helm. You can just see his kind of jaw locking as you begin speaking, and he slowly reaches for a one-handed axe that lays beside the wall, setting it onto his shoulder, not at a ready position, but definitely not trying to brandish the weapon in an attempt to attack. He goes, "You have an airship. One that just came in."
Yes.
Mhm.
You're the captain of that airship.
Yes.
We can't help you.
Okay.
Duly noted.
Thank you for your time.
It's
Leave.
Hey, and let's go.
All right, we gotta look somewhere else.
I'm just silently with you. Just
Of you 3, someone roll an investigation.
Your
I'll roll it.
time.
over, motherfucker.
Oh, why? You want to
Okay,
roll
go
it,
ahead.
mister? I just
Roll
wanted
it,
to
guys.
come along.
He's got out of character.
You
He's got
probably have.
proficiency in it.
You probably have proficiency in it too, as Anavir, don't you?
Well, yes.
Okay, go ahead. Fine, you said it first.
I'm just
So-
a cat with the keys to the airship.
So wait, do I have
right?
advantage from you fellas, or what?
I'll
I
guess
can
so.
help, I suppose.
Okay. $20. Unnatural.
Okay. It takes a little bit more looking around, speaking, and trying to be a little bit more careful about who you speak to.
Yes.
You do see that there is one factory that specifically has worked with the Venlock woods, which is what most of the wall is made out of. And after a brief rapport, they do say, we can spare a few craftsmen to help. It is just woodworking you need, or do you need metalworking as well?
Would I have gotten a repair list from Huari before leaving the ship?
As Savar, you know what it takes to repair your own vessel. Mostly wood. The metal bits can either be recycled from around the ship,
Just
mainly
strip
due to
mining,
how
just
special
mining craft.
Did you just say bullshit?
It's largely due to the magic conductivity that the brimstone engines require. You can't just slap steel on it and call it a day. So mostly you're looking for like the wood housing.
Yeah, that went down the wrong hole.
Yeah, give him the list, Safari. Give him the list.
Yeah, so I hand over the list of the craftsmen that will probably
Be
skill of the
required
craftsmen that we need.
for this.
Okay. Okay, we can work with this. We've done extensive lumber throughout here.
Mm-hmm.
You basically, we can have it delivered quickly. We just the pricing though. You are looking at about and then what it will equate to be 7 gold per HP recovered for your engines.
How much would that? How much damage has been done to the engines?
See if it doesn't say.
It says how much damage.
Oh wait,
done,
yeah, there
right?
it is. Oof. Okay, that's not too bad.
It says.
Oh yeah, if it loads and scrolls down for me, let's see, 70. So it's 7 gold per HP. So we're gonna need 69.
Nice.
Of course. 69
And-
times 7. That's 483 gold.
Uh, if we make it an even 490, does that work for you?
490.
Sorry. Repeat that again.
If we make it to the who we're speaking to, if we make it an even 490, does that work for you?
Maybe
Yeah,
do a little extra
that's,
crank to the engines.
What the fuck?
Just
Sir,
hard.
we work in wood.
Okay.
Yes. So
I never knew we had to
we
work
don't-
with engines with wood, but you know, that's fine.
Anivir.
I'll be outside. I'll be
490.
490, yes. We'll have it delivered as soon as we can cross the North Road safely, probably at dusk.
Works for me.
I'll actually just start heading to the ship and just start repairing it because
Yeah,
I have wood working as it is. So.
You don't have the
I
wood.
will pay.
Oh
unless
yeah, that's
you-
right. I would have
you
to wait for
grab
them.
some of the lumber right now and haul as much
I
as
mean,
you can
could I?
carry.
I will pay now.
Sure, make a strength check.
All right. First
I
one.
take out its weight.
First one. All right. This has to be a special die. Where's my other dice?
In the meantime, he goes, wait,
I hand over 49 platinum.
takes it. Hey, grab as much of the Venlock wood. We've got a shipment towards the Dusk Bastion.
What
Set
does
it to dawn.
22 give me?
22, you can grab a few planks of the upper kind of arm. Enough to keep you busy until dusk, pretty much.
Awesome.
Well,
It
while
is
he's
a
carrying that,
dark purple wood, very sturdy, very kin to the walls that surround you.
while he's carrying that and walking back, I'll accompany him. But I will be. Can I roll a perception check to just keep an eye out as we're walking back to the ship for anything that looks like it doesn't belong
Suspicious.
out of place?
Sure, roll a perception check.
Perception. 16.
Alright. So are you just passing through the North Roads, or are you taking a moment
Yeah,
to go
we're
through
gonna
this
go-
Scowl
I mean,
Square?
the airship is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking we would just go.
Just right across the North Roads?
Yeah, right across.
Okay.
Or maybe you mentioned something about the North Roads not being safe to travel.
It's just there's so many people moving into Asarius right now
I would
that
maybe then
Yeah.
through the Scowl Square and then back over to the gardens and possibly meet up
Okay.
with
Well, you
the vehicle.
probably won't meet up with them because you've taken some time
Yeah.
to be here, and by then they would have moved away. Okay, but if you're traveling through the Scowl Square, what was the roll?
16.
Okay. As you push through, it's still extremely tumultuous here. Stalls are constantly opening up, being closed. You're just hearing the loud bargainings of people trying to speak over one another, trying grabbing people's attention, either residents or refugees or waste folk. Everyone is pining for attention, even yours. Some people are trying to buy the wood you're carrying right off from you, and occasionally, Anvir, you have to kind of move the planks away as someone tries to grab one from the middle of the stack. You have to bat them away.
I would do
With
its
a 16.
intimidation check for sure.
Roll intimidation check.
Of course. That's fine with me. I got good at intimidation. How does a 17 sound?
You do a pretty good job after like kind of batting one away and giving a solid glare and like a stern glare away. They quickly whoop, and just disappear into the crowds.
Oh shit!
Savaria, as you're kind of keeping an ear out, you hear a few merchants kind of going back and forth at the moment. The general synopsis you get is that a few of them are these permanent merchants are having a hard time keeping track of their inventory, having a difficult time tracking what people are buying, the merchandise they're buying and selling so quickly that they're not updating their ledgers fast enough. It's very quickly turning into a sort of a crisis here in the Scowl Square. They hypothesize that they're going to need even more guards to keep track of this, and there's going to be likely some more issues going down the road. So it sounds like much to reaffirming Den Olios's point is that they do not have nearly enough guards to rein in what is happening right now.
So it's Black Friday.
Yeah.
So I don't go shopping. Anyone giving us any trouble except for the people Anavir intimidated away?
No one's expressly giving you trouble, as you are just trying to push through. You're not spending any lengthy period of time here. All right. Go to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, you ventured into the Crete. This is where you can tell a majority of the goblin folk of the Jurassian wasteland have settled here. Those that don't find home on a horizonback turtle are very likely to find home here within the Cretes. You are looking at an extensive shanty town, the many roofs connecting and structures built upon structures. If you've seen like the Howloon walled city, you're looking at like a flatter version of it right here within the Cretes.
Okay.
In the meantime, so for the Cretes, if you will, roll for me an investigation check, yes.
Got it. Solid 10 there, Chris.
Solid 10.
Solid 10.
All right. It is a thick atmosphere, as whatever smoke is billowing out from many of these buildings kind of ends up in the streets. It's kind of difficult to see, difficult to hear over what appears to be impromptu workshops and the like are hammering away at whatever new constructs they are attempting to figure. But 10, in the kind of the farther distance between the fog and the more of the pollution and between all the people, you can see a few individuals. One individual appears to be kind of glancing about and then kind of quickly dives into the crowd again. Something like pick up
Alright.
on that. In a mostly goblin neighborhood, they are elven, so they stand out to a degree.
Yeah, big time. I mean, towering over everyone. Alrighty. Trying to see what I have in my bag of arsenal here to aid me in this one. I will try and keep. That's the only like oddball thing I see so far, besides this oddball city.
Yeah,
Of
that
Agrabah.
grappled your attention, so
Got it. I'm gonna start kind of like casually chasing him through the crowd, not trying to make a scene at the same time, trailing him.
all right.
Um,
Roll a stealth check.
yeah. Fuck these rolls. That's gonna be an 11. God.
All right.
You suck.
As you kind of start to follow them through, this individual seems to be like kind of calmly making their way by. You see, they glance over and you can see these vibrant green eyes look back at you, and for a few moments they stop and very quick and try to go for just a straight dash through the crowd now.
This is a straight line to the crowd.
Yeah, they're like just going to start beaming it through this small plaza.
Okay.
They're about 120 feet away.
I'm gonna try this. Can I dimension door like at them?
Sure.
And that's my move.
Yeah, well I can do it too.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna kind of. I'm not sure what the mechanics in dimension door, but I want to kind of like.
So they're about
lunge-
120 feet away from you, and they're starting a sprint away. Where are you going?
I just want to be like right at behind them, so like just close enough where either I'm on them chasing them or I have the ability to tackle. But I want to
Okay.
be
Are you messaging anyone?
You don't want to do like the
not yet. Like, I haven't found anything out. They could just be running because they're scared of me. But yeah, so
Okay.
I guess I'll start running door. So once I exit the door, I'm.
So it is an action, if I recall, for Dimension.
Yes.
So as you kind of lock eyes, they see very briefly as you start the cast, and they bolt. You teleport through space. Does anything happen if you Dimension Door into someone's space?
Don't they get shunted out?
I take 46 force damage.
And I assume they
actually,
take
yeah.
that as
So,
well.
if you would arrive in a place already occupied by a creature, you and any creature traveling, I take it, and I don't get teleported then. So I take the damage and I don't get teleported.
Take damage, don't get teleported.
Kind of
Okay.
silly.
Is he teleporting to someone's space?
Or in
We're in a
front of
crowd,
them?
so-
It's a very busy
crowd.
market,
Makes sense.
so it's hard to just. And he can't choose. Well, sorry, you can choose like a specific point, but things change as
You
he's
chose
cast.
above them?
You could choose.
Yeah, Bam.
could have done it
Bam,
above,
Bam
but
as
Oh well.
I said
oh
I
well.
wanted to be like right behind him, so.
Yeah. Just roll for me a d20 then.
Okay.
9 below. We're assuming you hit someone's space.
Perfect. I got a 6.
All right. So roll the damage. As you start casting, the individual moves, and the crowd keeps moving. And unfortunately, at that time, a goblin is in the square that you are about to shunt into.
46. What's the max damage on?
I was
46?
always just
That's
cast a
24.
fireball.
I take 15 points of damage.
Okay, and you aren't
Oh, yeah,
shunted, or you aren't moved.
Yeah. It
Does
says
anything
it fails.
happen to the individual?
You and any creature traveling with me. So no. I just take the damage and the spell fails to teleport me. Very fine print there.
Good job, genius.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It was worth
You know-
a try, but it is
Yeah.
just so crowded here that it is the one limitation of Dimension Door.
Alrighty. Well
You
then
need to be
I'm gonna.
above the people and fall down.
I could have done that, but like I said, I already told him that I
He already
wanted
said
to
it.
be
yeah.
right behind it. So
As the cast,
sticking
it
to my
kind of
word.
shunts and it pushes you. You feel the spell succeeds, but due to the limitations, you feel that crush of arcane force. The individual is now. Is there anything you can do as a bonus action?
Bonus action. Oof.
Or dagger.
Dagger. No, there's So this is basically kind of like a non-combat
Yeah,
combat.
it's essentially a non-combat combat.
Then I'll bonus action Delirium to give myself more movement speed of 15 feet.
Okay. You have to kind of take the your sword out and let that magic out. It does cause a bit of a spectacle due to the nature of Delirium. A few people kind of move away from you now, not like running away, but like, oh, this dude's doing weird shit, and are just like making their way.
Not too out of
And
the
then you
ordinary.
can
but,
move like 30 feet towards them. They're essentially moving 60 feet away from you, so now the distance is 150 feet. Can you roll for me another d20?
Yeah. So this is a green-eyed.
It's gonna be a 13.
Elven.
Yes.
Wow, another 9.
Wow. All right. So,
Is it male or female? Sorry, just curious.
Female.
Okay.
Genders matter.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Tornball to cast Fireball.
Just like right
the
behind him,
crowd.
fireball.
into a giant crowd of people.
Just a scream. It's like up there, and
You
the
see,
and the drow's like, ah shit, there they
as
go.
the drow starts kind of running and moving by, you see what appears to be a moorbounder. Like 2 of them are currently fighting over a scrap of food, and they have to like quickly dart and move by them, catching a claw to the leg, and lets out a few patters of blood as they kind of run by that. As you start making your way forward, you see what appears to be a private guard with a spear moves a hand out in front of you before you can take your movement. I don't know what you're doing. You're gonna stop right there, sir. After you kind of do your delirium, are you going to attempt to move by them, or are you going to try speaking with them after you use your delirium?
Charisma guy, right?
Yeah. Let me just look at Delirium real quick.
the
so
queen!
I know that
The queen!
full concept of the spell. Action turn use attack action during the attack.
The queen sees you. Stop right there! Ah shit.
Are the crown breakers?
Queen!
Yeah. Just you're cheering on the other side. It's like, oh shit.
For the now dead queen! Too soon!
Oh, I want it. All right, yeah. As I see him put his hand out, I'd like to thunder step past him.
This is at the end of your turn, so you can't cast a spell.
No? Okay, I got it.
This
Damn.
is like purely, are you going to move by them, or are you going to take the moment to stop and...
I'm gonna move by him. Like
Ooh,
I'm.
doesn't Thunderstep do damage to people?
Yeah, that's why I was
Oh
like,
my god.
Yeah.
Does a 17 hit?
No.
Okay. You, as you kind of move by in your speed, you can feel their spear scrape the side of your armor as they attempt to just stab at you as you move.
The guard stabbed at him?
Oh my
Because
god.
he's like, stop, and he kept going.
Just kept going.
Oh, kill
And
that
this is
guard.
a private.
dies.
This is a private
He-
guard. Yeah.
Oh, he dies now.
Not Aurora's watch. It is a private
Oh,
guard.
okay, I'm like, an Aurora's watch attacked you?
He said
Oh.
private.
Yeah, the private, yeah, the private. Okay, yeah, no, I heard
So-
that. It's like, oh, okay.
Moving forward, your movement speed is increased, right? 45.
45. Yeah.
It's pretty
Okay,
quick.
so.
He's running over people.
You do increase, so it's 135 feet now.
Oh my god.
Are you
Okay.
going to just attempt to dash and keep up, or do you have anything else you'd like to do?
Turn around, inflict wounds on the guard's head that tried to stab you.
Private guard.
Yeah. I'm gonna thunder. Is there anyone around me? Can I get into like a large enough crowd so when I thunder step, I'm not doing damage? It would require me to have 10 people or not in 10-foot radius of me, but
10-foot radius?
Oh.
That's
Kind of a
really
bit, huh?
large for the
That's,
creep.
Okay.
that's gonna
That's-
hurt a
that's
lot
what
of
I thought.
people.
I'll say, because it is a kind of very compact area, you can see, if you were to be a little bit more agile, you could theoretically jump between a few items into the air enough so that you could thunder step into
Alright.
your desired area.
Ooh.
I would like to do
Cool.
that then.
Ooh.
I think
Okay,
let me
AKA
just
in the
double
clear.
check Thunderstep.
Throws a pan, a
And this
pot.
one doesn't state whether if I were to
Freaking Legolas over here and just.
Yeah.
it doesn't state whether if I were to step into an object or a thing if I were to take damage.
You
It
can't
says
go. It says unoccupied space, doesn't it?
just unoccupied space. So
Yeah, you
Which,
have to
in
go
this
into
case, if you see an unoccupied space, you teleport into it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
To
So I'm
one of
assuming
the
I have to
air.
make an acrobatics into the air.
Acrobatics or athletics.
Hey.
Yeah, things like that will basically just mean you can't go to a place that there is something else.
Oh?
Nat one.
Oh.
You're having the
fall
greatest
and you
of
hit
luck
your
today, aren't
shin.
you?
No, I took his luck today.
Maybe
As you kind of run, you put your foot onto a box that you're hoping to make this ascension, and immediately the box and breaks in. Your leg smashes into what was probably some wasteland bits and bobs. You're feeling like the kind of metal and bone maybe that's in there. Your leg gets stuck in there, and
Tell me Thunder stuff still goes off.
if he wants to, he can thunderstep now.
If he wants to.
You're essentially like up on a wall, and there's, I mean, in 10 feet, there's probably 9 goblins in this area.
Oh, damn.
Oh, well, not a 5th level thunderstep. Don't do that.
Acceptable casualties. They're a lesser race.
Don't do that.
We go-
So,
They were no
first,
way.
before I
go-
say what I'm doing, is my foot stuck in the box,
Um,
or did the box just break?
your foot broke through. You have to lift your foot out, and it's not like properly stuck, like you can't get it out, but it is in the box.
God damn it!
What are you doing, Step Bro?
5th level thunderstep will kill people.
It's only 5d10 if they fail.
But it's farmers!
Will.
You're
I
gonna
know.
kill
I didn't say I was gonna
innocents!
do it yet. I didn't say if I was gonna do it yet or not.
But you said yes!
I know what you're saying. You said yes.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any better!
I haven't decided. I had another plan, but it kind of failed because I didn't get to the thunderstep part.
God.
Then with that, I guess I'm gonna go at half speed trying to break this fucking box off my foot, and then still trying to keep up.
Okay.
I never cast a spell then at that point, right?
Do it.
Right.
Dude.
Okay.
Torrent over here. Your bad thoughts.
So if you're dashing, you have 90 feet. So
Poor
because
couples.
On
get the
plus
double
4,
movement
right?
speed from that. We'll say breaking that 15, so you advance 75 feet forward with your hasted movement and spending the action to dash.
You fucking
Okay, let me
hasted
just-
movement and you wanted to
This-
teleport.
This man is in a
Yeah.
heist and we're all chilling right now.
I'm like 100 feet away from this person.
Yeah, they're dashing, so they're moving 60. Roll a d20 at the end of your turn.
Oh, damn.
Oh, let's
Oh,
try this again.
did you do blink?
Blink. What?
Said, why are you rolling a d20?
You said to roll a
He's-
d20
he's
at the end of
dashing
my
Actually,
into,
You have to roll a d20 at the end of
space.
every turn as a part of a chase.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Alright, rolling.
Don't worry, Saren has never been
Alright.
chased at.
So it's a flat d12, that's gonna be a 12.
D20.
Yeah, sorry, on the d20 I got a 12.
Okay, 20.
For a
Okay, so you're
flat
both
D20,
fine.
yeah.
You just both are trucking on. You gain 15 feet on them. And they've dashed
It's
twice,
happening
you
down
dashed
here
once. What's
somewhere,
your
right, Chris?
constitution modifier?
+4.
Okay, so you can dash a total of 7 times before you start to feel exhaustion. So you
Got
can
it.
now dash 6 more times.
Okay.
And
And
if
so I
you-
main. Fuck, it's still far away. How
You're
come hold
gaining
person and hold
very
monster
slowly.
have different range? Monster's 90 feet and person is 60 feet. That's so dumb.
That's
I
right.
think they'd be the same.
you can use hold monster on a person.
Good,
Can
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Once you have hold monster, hold person is only like
Monster.
for you. It's basically worthless.
Well, the nice thing about hold person is that I can hold 4 people.
Okay, yeah. So
Ooh.
see,
So it's crowd
you can hold
control.
4. Yeah, crowd control.
But
But
So-
I don't know if I'm at
They
90
still
feet
have
or not.
120 feet distance on you as
Yeah.
you're both now rushing through your hasted action, the delirium pumping through you. You are gaining on them, but only very slowly gaining on them. As you rush through, they are like taking twists and turns, attempting to lose them. You're getting like sight of them once every turn for a second or two. They're trying to make their way through the maze that is the creeks, losing eye contact with you and hoping to, you imagine, eventually disappear into the crowd. At this moment, is there anything you want to do?
I'm just gonna keep trailing him as quickly as I
Trailing them,
can.
Okay. So you're
There you
both
go,
dashing. Roll a
16.
d20.
120.
I just want to have a meeting with the queen and then just have her. There was some jackass just running with lightning.
I got a 5.
5. Let me roll for them as well.
I'm gonna cry with these rolls, dude. I
Dude, that
have,
is
like, an
rough.
8, a 9, a 1, a 5.
You need to throw away that die.
I'm using different die each time. Is the worst
Really?
part.
Oh, you need to
Positive
throw
damage.
away every one of
What
them.
was
You
it?
need to go
It was
to
a 5.
roll 20.
Okay.
Roll
Yeah, I need to use roll 20, I
beyond.
think.
Commit,
As
Will,
you're kind of
commit,
running
commit.
by, you're quickly darting here and there, and eventually your foot collides with where there must have been an oil slick. You roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Dexterity savings. I'm just gonna roll out
Man,
a d20.
yeah, you should probably trust
Fuck this
D20.
game. Fuck this game. Nat 20.
Of course it gives it
God.
to you.
I'm more
You
mad about the
maintain-
nat.
Perfect connection. Your weight crushing through the
Even
small
get there,
pool,
even get there fast at all.
and you just keep going. You
Keep
very
on,
briefly
keep
see
on.
the individual. There's about a 100-foot straightaway. You see as they're running, they kind of look back at you, aren't paying attention, collide into the wall before scuttling and moving left.
Damn.
Can you not fly anymore?
No, I got rid of that a while ago. I thought about getting it back, but then I didn't.
I
so
took away
fuck it.
my wings.
I
So
have a
another
magic carpet.
dash.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I guess you could just.
Okay, another
The card is
dash.
30
So
feet.
you're about
See you later,
90
Aladdin.
You're 90 feet away at the end of turn. I
Okay.
need you to roll another d20.
Yeah, do roll 20, please.
Yeah.
What is this game?
Let me roll.
Dude, he rolled
I didn't
super
see it.
high though. My man
Will,
rolled a 20. My man rolled a 20 again.
I'm gonna throw away all my dice.
I
my
can't.
God.
I swear you should probably do that. That's amazing.
Oh my god. Pay to win.
That's right.
It's a free website. I shouldn't have the pay to win. I paid for the die.
Yeah, you paid for the die, and they're not even giving you it.
They must not be balanced well. Maybe it's
Yeah.
the barometric pressure and the humidity.
You just keep barreling through. You can see there's a brief moment where it looks like they're about to collide with a few boxes, but they expertly kind of roll over them and just keep going. You're at 90 feet at the start of this turn.
Ooh.
I would like to cast Hold Monster on them.
All right, what's the save?
That is a Wisdom 18 saving throw.
All right.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they fail that.
Yeah, they did.
So they are paralyzed. I think it's just paralysis for the minute.
Do they tip over or do they?
Yeah, do they just like fall?
Free-
Just...
Ow,
Well,
my,
they're paralyzed.
my face.
So,
So that's a yes.
unless they're undead, then it has no effect. I don't think.
I don't think they're undead.
I didn't think so, but
Kind of dark purple blackish chains quickly wrap around them as they're moving. The chains keep them up. They don't collide to the ground.
Just
But seeing that as
Shit.
they like kind of grunt out a few goblins, do the same thing as before. You go, oh, nope, not dealing with it. And they start.
we ain't
No,
fucking with
see,
this.
Will, this is why you don't hurt the goblins. They're like, no.
We're good.
Not dealing
actually,
with this shit.
What do you mean actually?
is I don't know if I'd actually be able to cast it.
Why?
Why not?
I can't just drop delirium, huh?
You can.
Yeah, you
I
can.
Oh
can?
yeah, you can.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd have to drop delirium because with delirium I cannot concentrate on spells
yeah.
at that time of using delirium. So I'd
Is
have
it
to
a
like.
concentration or is it just? You
It's
can't
not a
concentrate?
concentration, but it says during this time you cannot concentrate on spells, and you lose concentration on any spells that are prior to concentrated when I cast delirium.
So it's basically a concentration spell.
It's a
You just-
concentration without having the saving throw.
That's pretty. That's better
So-
than a concentration.
It's kind of
So
like
it's nice,
you
but
something. Yeah. I like those spells. Just like I make them.
Yeah, you have to drop in. They're just at the very edge of the spell by the time the chains wrap around them.
Shit.
Small. It's almost like a hallway because there's structures above you that are blocking out the sky, but still outside because on either end plazas begin to form. Plazas being about like a 10 foot by 10 foot open air style. 'Cause this is a very proper goblin shanty town.
And then there was
So
a white
you
hooded
can
man.
approach them now.
Now, like in
Alright.
Dragon Ball Z episode, do we not follow what Will's doing now that he caught the person and we jump to someone else?
Yeah. And then
Alright.
we come back and just gets first.
Can we just
Exactly.
set
We
the
come
scene?
back, Will already talked to them. We get no context. It's just like, job well done.
Yeah.
Can we also acknowledge the fact that Reinhardt looks like a Death Knight at this point?
yeah,
That's
fucking
right.
black shadowy sword, black armor with
You was
giant
stopped
red
by a
veins,
guard
red
and
helm,
people kind of are moving
No,
away.
private guard. He
and
was
a black
basically
helm.
stopped by a random person because
Yeah.
a private
Glowing
guard
red
means
eyes.
nothing.
You just look.
Glowing
that-
red eyes.
A private
Glowing
guard in
red
this
eyes.
just means he's a fucking mercenary. It's just title. A
He's
private
a-
guard just doesn't mean I fight wars.
You managed
Mercenary
to
means-
stop them.
I stop them, and as they're kind of like paralyzed for that 1 minute, I pull out a set of 10-foot chains and I start. Would 10 feet be enough to wrap them up, and or would that be
It's
a little
one
low?
set around their body, most likely.
Um,
Not enough to then do like a down and bind
Okay,
their legs as
uh,
well.
and I'll just use my 50 feet of rope then to tie them up.
Okay.
There's a good hog tie them.
And just grab them and just
Just-
carry them away.
We walk.
Or just
You're
drag
my
their
friend now.
ass.
We're having soft tacos later.
We're having tacos later.
And she has both of her eyes.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure.
You want this eye?
Never be too sure. No.
Man, roll, Chris.
Even with the enemy.
Well, he said we locked eyes, so like it
Yeah.
was.
Did the mayor of the town have both their eyes?
Yes.
Of course.
There.
You're not gonna roll, are you?
Zed. I
Characters
think
I've
no.
explicitly said have both their eyes already.
He has a
I
new
think
girlfriend now.
he already has a character set to have missing eyes. all.
Yes. That's
And there's
why
a
would you
point
say
I
that
think
then?
he
Yeah,
just
exactly. There
no
is a
one.
character without an eye, for sure.
Oh, so first of all, after I finally catch up to this person, do I recognize her at all?
No.
No. Okay.
No discernible feature.
And obviously nothing on her that just screams out anything that I would, I guess, notice.
Pedestrian.
When you are binding, she does have a dark cloak and hood on. Underneath of that appears to be kind of a rough sewn tunic and pants. They've seemed like they've been through kind of hell and back.
Okay. Very
It's-
tattered and.
It's the queen.
Finally caught you. And we're in an alley, you said, or are we like in a main street?
You're in pretty much everything here is an alley in the Cretes. You're kind of in a sheltered alley. There's structures on all sides of you. You have probably about 7 feet of room on any given side.
Gotcha. And this is a pretty crowded area as well.
It is somewhat vacated because
Okay.
of the spectral chains and the, as I said, Death Knight looking guy that has just apprehended someone. But there is like through some windows and small kind of crowds gathering on either side of the hall now to kind of witness what's going on. You see people are kind of peering in through blinders.
All right. I have her like full on sit down on the ground with her back up against the wall, so it's like a lot
Okay.
harder for her to get up when she's tied up.
Yeah.
Unless obviously a means of magic.
As you do, you after tying them up, you have to release hold person to
Yeah,
really start.
I figured
properly
after a
with that.
minute of tying him up, the spell would have dropped.
Okay.
And so, who are you? For one.
Who are you?
Kind of has to take a few breaths after all of the running. Call me Faina.
Wow, that was very talkative for someone.
Yeah, that's
I was not
paralyzed.
expecting. No, it's not paralyzed anymore. I dropped it.
Oh.
Feyna, Feyna.
Yes.
Why were you running?
Why are you running?
Why are you ready?
There's kind of a moment where kind of looks at you. Just good practice. You see someone that you don't know, don't recognize in part of town. They look right at you, look right at them, just run.
So you're saying you familiarize yourself with everybody in this town?
I know enough.
Making my job pretty difficult here. What do you know about... What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? Very charismatic here.
Brown people.
Yeah. Know about any uprisings? Anything of that matter? And I know when you're lying.
Only intimidation
though?
check.
That's pretty funny.
Will's good at these. No, Torin's good at these.
I'm pretty good at
Yes.
these too, by the way.
I can my max roll with my Dark One's own luck is 43.
God damn. You make him shit themselves.
43?
Nat 20. If it's a nat 20, if it's a nat 20 plus my modifier, so that's 33 plus Dark One's own luck, that's 43.
God, yeah, you have like the highest intimidation
Yeah,
for sure.
he has the highest he can go up, period.
Yeah.
The highest I can do is
Alright.
for perception, and that's 30.
How many
33
sessions?
plus
How many
4.
sessions have we had?
Fuck. Alright, it's gonna be a 10.
Jesus Christ, Will.
He's looking like a
I don't
cuddly
know why
bear.
I chose to roll my dice. I should have rolled d20.
Yeah, you should have.
Oh,
You
yeah.
suck.
Put him in
Kind of
timeout.
like panting, so I know you're gonna arrest me, so let's just get that all done with first.
He thinks you're a
Arrest?
guard.
If they were that
Arrest?
lucky.
Arrest.
Arrest. Who do you think I am?
You're some guard or Aurora's watch, someone. I know they're short on people, so I'm probably hiring. You're
No.
not?
No. That is not my intention. I do not do civil work of arresting people.
You're dead if Reinhardt doesn't like you.
Anything. How old are you? Giving me fucking teenage vibes here.
Yeah, it's like, I can't
Child.
believe you
Am I
caught
dealing with
me.
a child? Did I just get outran
No.
by a child?
You're getting old, Reinhardt.
11, level 11, 20-year-old got outrun by a child? 25-year-old. Outrun by a
25.
child?
I kind of see my. Listen, what do you need then?
Brown crushers, chasers, people thinking.
What do you know about the Crown Breakers?
Oh, breakers. Whoops.
It kind of takes a few moments of thought. Yeah, I know them. There are a few of those veterans and the like from the war come back, and I don't know. So I've heard of them. A few of them have their reasons.
Know of them. And what reasons
Yeah.
might those be?
Well, some of them, they lost families to the war. They don't think the Empire's paid enough. Someone want just to continue fighting. Some people, believe it's, I don't know, part of their culture or religion or something. So they want to keep going at it.
The Empire didn't pay enough? Or the
Yeah,
cringe.
pay enough
not-
in blood.
Got it.
Pay.
Yeah. What kind of protests have they been doing within the streets?
No, not much protest. That's not really their thing. I think maybe at the beginning of the winter it was, but they're pretty quiet. That means you don't stop hearing about them. So I think they keep it on the low down.
Anything upcoming that you may know about? You care to share?
Kind of takes a few more moments. You know, yeah, I think I've heard something about them here or there. They said something about, at least a few of my friends, they said something about that they might try to get like a permanent place within North Road proper, somewhere they could, I guess, recruit more people.
Fascinating. And with that, I think we need to get moving. I pull out my magic carpet, prop her ass on the magic carpet, stay 15 feet above the crowd and follow me.
Oh my
You're
god.
kidnapping.
He's kidnapping.
It's immediately apparent that you have 7 feet above you, to the point where you're almost at the top. So
Oh, so it's actual covered area.
Mm.
where you are, yeah, there's a building essentially above you right now.
Okay.
It's like a corridor.
Think Arabian Streets.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Well,
Maybe in Heights.
stay
You
as
have to
high
have
as
it behind
possible.
and above, and you have to do a decent amount of maneuvering with it.
All right. Well, as I tell the carpet to just maintain its maximum height until we get into an open space, and just maintain 15 to 20 from there.
Okay.
I guess the magic carpet can comprehend all
Kind
of
of-
that.
You just throw her on the carpet. It's like, listen, man, I don't. Are you arresting me though? Where are
No,
we going?
don't even worry about it.
No, I'm
Enjoy
gonna
the ride.
worry about it.
Didn't ask for your opinion.
You're kidnapping this person
Wait.
now, Reinhardt.
Just for clarifying, just for my enjoyment, what does Reinhardt sound like?
I honestly say his voice probably got
Does
fucking
his-
deeper over the
Does his
years.
voice match his appearance?
Yeah, a
Oh,
little
the
bit.
Lich King.
I'm not too good about impersonating it too well because I haven't really gotten too far into that.
Are you still wearing the mask? Are you still wearing the helmet?
From that crazy witch
Yeah.
lady.
I never fucking took it off.
I never take it off.
Is he
I've been meaning to
artist?
imbue it into my sword so that it apparates when I apparate my sword, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Judge Dredd over there.
Is he Arthas Lich King or Boulevard Lich King?
But
Boulevard, he's Arthas. Let's face it.
Arthas.
It's not
Yeah.
not a comparison.
I start making my way towards, I guess, as I were walking towards where we finally got back to when I first saw her.
It's like, oh,
I continue down and I
matches carpet.
message Saren. Can I message 2 people at the same time with sending? Is that how that works, or just one individual at a time?
1% at a time.
Alright, Saren.
For phone call.
Caught myself a live one here. Be
Alright,
meeting
in the
you
meantime-
at the other side of the Aurora's Hold. Or I guess we're supposed to be meeting up, which would be the opposite side.
Torin and Torin
Saren.
and Saren. You guys begin making your way through a large section of these.
Let's take a nice
orcish,
slow walk as we look around.
orcish tents and small gatherings between what you can only assume to be various different families or tribes that kind of formed a lot of clustered societies here on this side. For this one, roll investigation. Both of you are 1 with advantage.
You
I
can
think we know
roll
pretty obvious who's going to be rolling.
You. You have a plus. I have a +1 to investigation. My perception's high. I said I was
Investigation.
Yeah, I said I was looking around to see if I see anything. Not investigating. So yeah, I'm not good at investigating.
I have a +0.
Okay, I guess I'm rolling with advantage on investigation. Guidance! Advantage. Ooh. Oh! Oh! I got a max roll, 25!
See, that's why
Natural
you're
20.
rolling.
I got a natural 20 +1 for 21, and then my guidance was 4, so 25. I got my absolute max roll.
Lucky
With that,
you.
taking time to try and both of you either speaking to individuals, most of whom don't give you anything concrete. Majority just kind of push you away on approach. Many of these orcish families kind of reclusive in nature. As you make your way down south to the pits proper, you see kind of entering into a small plaza between many of the shanty buildings and the tents. You can very briefly see two individuals pass by one another, and you immediately clock, because of the dark cloaks that they wear, kind of pass by, and with your passive perception, you notice something passes hands from one to the other.
Torn. They just exchanged something.
They're now just kind of walking away on either.
I'll follow the one who grabbed something.
Okay. Roll. Torn, what are you doing?
I'm following suit.
Okay, so both of you are following. I need you both to roll stealth checks then.
Boy.
I have guidance.
Should I pull a will and use my actual dice?
Can I have guidance?
Guidance is casting.
Oh no.
So it's gonna go counter to the spell's or counter to your intention.
9.
Just
That's a
picturing
no.
you just
18.
going, Karn.
18. All right. Collectively, you're trying to keep a lower profile. Torn, you have a much easier time doing this. The Dragonborns are rare, but not as rare as they are in something like Ferdalian Empire. You're
I'm a human.
kind of fitting in. You are a human in silver armor.
And purple,
Silver,
it's purple.
Purple.
That doesn't help.
So you kind of see it's an orc man. He's kind of making his way back, kind of glancing behind, and he takes a left. Takes a left down an alleyway.
I'll follow him. Do I see anyone down that alley?
As you round the corner, you don't see anyone besides him, and he's in a full breakneck sprint now.
How far away is he from us?
At this point, 90.
90?
He's damn quick.
Ah. Outcast. 6th level sleep.
All right. Roll your dice. What is the range on sleep?
90.
Okay.
And it's a 20-foot circle.
Excuse me, you're about to make multiple people sleep?
No, he's in a abandoned hallway.
Oh.
Does that go through walls?
It's not the creeps. It's just a alleyway between two tents.
Yeah. Within a 20-foot feet of a point you choose, and he is the point. Some of the creature. Hold on. I have to do math real quick. Hold on. I roll 5d8, and then 2 for every additional level.
Yeah.
Using a spell of 2nd level or higher, roll an additional 2d8. So I said 6. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15 d8. Give me a second as I roll my 15 d8 to see if I knock him out.
Is this like the City of Agrabah soundtrack?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh, that's a lot of 1s and a lot of 2s. 64.
Wow.
64 is enough still.
Ah!
kind of running
Oh.
and just collide in kicking up sand.
And he's
I'm all
just
the way
out.
over there.
This is the better part about it, Will. It's
Wait,
not
do you
as
take
easy
damage?
as hold person. No, it's not as you don't take damage unless you fall 6 feet. It's not as easy as hold person, but I don't have to go fast. He's just out.
Yeah, I was pretty stuck though until I got to 90 feet. That was just my biggest
Look
thing.
at Torin. It works.
Or just
And
around
I'll
the
walk
corner.
calmly and relaxed, and enjoy the calm walk over to his sleeping body. The exact opposite of Will's.
Everyone has a different.
5 shit rolls.
Yeah, 5 shit rolls. I'm like,
I'm
okay,
rolling it.
he's done.
Well,
I'm only
if
8 feet.
Wolfgang was with them, Wolfgang's option would have been non-lethal shot to the back.
I feel like Wolfgang would have not liked to go down another alleyway.
You
Okay.
managed to approach.
You try with a bridge. Oh no, an alleyway.
Okay. So he's asleep, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will.
To what you know
Snoring
of.
loudly right now.
Does anyone see us, or we're just in an alley, so no one's really bugging us?
You're like almost at the foot end of the alley, so there's a few people on the other side that are curiously looking over.
You're human
I'm
and
just gonna
silver
be
armor.
like,
What the hell?
I just look at them and I like, in the most like, just like random guy passing by. Some people will sleep anywhere.
Dude, I want him to do like a, what do you want to call it?
Conspicuous will
Persuasion check with that.
Interrogate in the middle of a crowd in a small tunnel. Me? People will sleep anywhere. Them? Fucking weirdos, you're right.
Different-
Yeah.
You guys are in like the shadier ends of the city, so
Yeah.
you know, between the both of you realize people are just like, hey, something happens, don't get involved.
Yeah.
Smart people.
Smart.
people.
So, Chris, out of curiosity, if I like search through someone's pockets while they're asleep, will they wake up or no?
No.
Okay. I will search through his entire everything.
Between the
Take him to
both
dinner
of
first.
you, roll investigation.
Man, you're good
I
at
got
those.
it, Anthony.
Yeah.
Shame.
I wasn't there for you.
17!
That's not bad.
Guidance really helps.
No, just for
Searching
my own
for their-
sanity, let me. Yeah, it's a good thing because that was a 4.
It's another dark cloak. You can see very rough. This one's very patchy leather with lots of holes in it that are just barely kind of stitched back together in a patchwork fashion. Searching their person, you find a satchel. Kind of looking into it, there is 10 platinum pieces within the satchel itself. You also find the item that was passed by, what appears to be a smooth piece of white stone with a insignia in a very deep blue, blazed in to one side, and on the other side a similar sigil, slightly different, but also blazed in a dark blue onto it.
What does it look like?
What do you mean, like the stone
No, the insignia.
insignia? You're gonna need to roll Arcana. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am.
You won't be able to.
You can message someone, but you're not.
So it's a
Neither of us
magic.
are there.
It's a magic insignia. I just want to know what the insignia
Yeah, it's just a
looks
room,
like.
room and blazoned in on it.
Oh, it's a rune.
I don't think-
You said it in insignia.
I don't know shit. I rolled a 9.
You could just make a roughing of it, like Indiana Jones does, and just hand it over to someone who has
I mean, you
good
have it.
proficiency in
Does it
Arcana.
remind me? Does it remind me of our communication stones?
Roll. Actually, well, you can look at your own communication
I
stone.
have,
and
I have one. I have 2 actually.
No.
You could message one of us
Okay.
too.
Your own stones are just enchanted, so there is no sigils or runes on it. This one, it's a very clear insignia, or insignia rune. Sorry.
long distance.
Well, I guess follow Reinhardt's lead. I will tie up hands and feet.
Okay.
I will slide him into my bag.
He is.
And
What
keep
is
his
the
head up.
required diameter for the bag?
That's good to know.
Is haversack or my bag?
Either.
Both for the sake
Body
of
bag.
transporting a human being.
So
God.
for my bag of holding,
I mean, we did it before.
Yeah, you
Bag
did it
weighs
with
Like
a
a
human.
portable hole.
bag weighs
would work
15
better.
pounds. Volume cannot exceed 64 cubic feet, or 500 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, how much
Currently
does
in
this
the
man
bag of
weigh?
holding, I have fine clothes, crowbar, crystal, dagger, hammer, hand axe. I
8
have.
cubic feet or 80 pounds of material.
Oh, there it is.
He won't be able to
I have
get
six.
back.
I have
You can't go on my
61.5.
bag?
He does not weigh 80 pounds.
Yeah, no. I can carry a lot less.
So I still have about 440 pounds to fit in the bag.
He's on the heavier side, but he's not 500 pounds. He
That's good.
What's the opening requirement?
Doesn't say.
Well, for your bag, you won't
And
be
all
able to
this
Two
use
feet.
the
orc.
bag of holding.
2 feet in diameter and 4 feet deep.
2 feet in diameter. It's like pushing it. You.
I'll
His
use
His
a
shoulders
crow-
are pretty broad.
I will take out the
Yeah, I mean,
crowbar
yeah,
and use
2
it to help me
feet.
pry. Take out the crowbar and have it help pry him inside.
Him sideways like this, and then like this.
Can
You know,
you
like you gotta
imagine?
get something oblong through a doorway.
Just the people
If-
walking by seeing it like,
if
what the
bones,
I'll
fuck?
say-
if I hear bones start cracking, I'm just gonna keep on shoving it in.
He'll wake up if you.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's pain.
I have a crowbar.
Just cut him up.
Ooh, that works too.
Get off. Take the legs off. Yeah.
No, the shoulders.
That
the
We
kills
shoulders.
don't
him.
do damage. We don't do damage. Oh no, I could heal his wounds. He wouldn't die.
That's so nice
It's
to
a
have in a
little. You can
So-
just carry him. You don't need to get extremely sadistic about your methods.
Why
It's
not
fine.
Reinhardt's to
It's fine. Just every minute we have to take him out for a breather, cause it says
No,
after a
we
minute
keep-
he's gonna
we
suffocate.
We keep his head out. We keep his head out, and we just cover it with a sheet, because he's asleep.
Imagine running and then waking up with like no arms and legs.
Yeah. I
So
don't.
Grace, you know what? We just leave his arms hanging out.
This
So
is
he's
an
just in the
oversized
bag like
sleeping
this, and we
baby.
just cover it with a sheet. With a
It
jacket.
looks exactly like how you think it does. It is the heavy bulk of an orc sticking out with a sheet
Alright.
not big enough to protect covering him.
Okay. No one's gonna fuck with us.
No, they ain't.
It is like the most cumbersome, awkward way to carry someone. But
And I have to hold him.
I just see
fitting.
Torrin just with like this baby satchel like right in his chest piece and just
Don't
like
ask. Don't ask.
it's
Baby
my
being,
boy. He's
A
tired.
full-sized head too.
I adopted an orc.
My boy.
My boy.
It's my boy.
About at this time, you get the sending from Reinhardt confirming that he's found someone.
We're like, yeah, we found someone
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we found someone too.
Talking to stairs.
I'm just gonna head over to Platinum Dragon and see if there's anyone selling. I need something for my spell thing that I just need some like engraving of a dragon. I'm guessing.
Just at the engraving of a dragon.
Yeah, actually.
Doing a quick
cool.
look around, there does appear to be someone kind of selling, almost like it's a gift shop type of setup.
Like a tourist thing.
Yeah, like a tourist trap with a few of like the kind of they're a little crude, but they do seem to be smith of silver.
Mhm.
It's
These be a little expensive, yeah.
it's like the nicer ones, and there's wood carving versions. There's
Gilded one.
yeah.
My party went to Asarius, and all I got was his.
Yeah. No, there's I Heart Asarius on it. All these
There you
like,
go.
complete tourist strap.
Little snow globes.
Is there a certain cost requirement for the
500 gold, yeah.
500 gold?
It's a 5th level spell. It's not cheap.
I feel like
You might have to get that custom ordered. Here, like you're along the creeks.
Right. So
No, he's not
I'm
charging like
guessing,
500
could
gold for
I
anything
make
fast.
it 500 gold worth later on?
This is the tricky subject of what I view it as 500
'Cause
gold.
I'm a
What's the value I
craftsman.
associated to it?
You just
'Cause
put
I can
500
craft
gold
things.
rock in it.
500 gold coins on it.
And just these put like some platinum on it. That's it.
Dude, just smelt 50 platinum and make a.
I could
If you
do
spend like 5 silver, you can get one of the wooden ones, and then
A
do
wooden
whatever.
shirt?
that. Platinamize it
No,
into
the
like
carving.
foil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
Wooden
gonna get a
shirt.
wooden shirt. I'm like, what?
Sure.
They don't actually have I heart Asarius.
I hired a Sarius wooden shirt. How do I get it?
Never existed.
How do I get this off?
An object
then-
with the image of a dragon engraved on it worth at least 500 gold.
And then
Yeah,
what you can
so-
do is you can like get that wood, put it in like a crucible clay mix, and then pull it out and then like smelt down 50 platinum and pour it into it.
Or I could
And then
just
you have your idol.
foil it over and the color
Yeah,
good.
you have a lot of ways you can do it, but it's like it's an okay carving, you know. It's like, yeah, that does look like the big, like expertly crafted statue, kind of.
Yeah, that's good. Good enough.
20% different.
It works. But Anvir and Bari, you guys went up to the airship,
Yes.
which now received command, has landed, and you can see the crew is already kind of working. One of the pieces of brimstone from the downed engine is currently resting beside the vessel as they have dismounted it from its housing. So the airship definitely can't fly right now.
Oh.
And in terms of, like the brimstone itself, that thing's not going anywhere. If you're worried about anyone trying to steal it, it is colossal. Doesn't seem like any one person is going to be able to nick that and run away.
That's a
No.
boulder, isn't
No.
it? At this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Just a
Huge
boulder.
piece of brimstone.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
So what if somebody put a movable rod like in the middle of a ship somewhere and tried to take off? Would it just fuck that ship up?
Yeah,
Actually,
you would.
wait.
Well, the ship needs to make a saving throw, strength save, and ships normally have about a 10 in their strength as their modifier, so about half as likely if it will move it, or if the rod will stop it, or if it will just punch through.
Wall of force would be more.
don't break my
brutal.
ship, please.
I was just
Prick
curious,
shit.
like if somebody was just like, "All right, I'm putting the parking brake on." I forgot. Attach it to the
Parking
ship.
brake! You're just fucking hole in the ship.
Actually, you could probably that'd actually be a really good parking brake.
My
You could just sit
ship!
there and attach the anchor to the movable rod. I mean, have this floating ship. I can't fucking.
Just click the button when you want to
Well,
go.
you have two
Oh.
options. Either the ship manages to push it, which it stands a chance of pushing it 5 feet. The other option is it stops, and the other option is it breaks it, and the ship just takes the damage and keeps
There's
going.
like a giant hole going through the ship.
Well, it depends. If it's laying on the deck lengthwise, it has to go through the deck lengthwise. But if it's standing upright, and it's a small little circle,
It's just
that goes
a
through the deck.
hole all the way through the ship.
Wow.
You all managed, besides those who went to the airship, to regroup at the southern Aurora hold. The ship itself, many of the crew are now kind of working on it with the few pieces of wood that Anvir has brought back, trying to fix the housing unit for this large slab of brimstone.
Do you need me
Ooh.
guys to roll a investigation or something on your new captors? I mean friends.
No, captors is right.
Okay.
Captives.
They're not your friends.
Captives.
Fucking marathon runner over here.
Torn over here, on the other hand, he might have a friend.
What?
Just kidding.
Actually, being an 8-foot. No,
That's-
orcs are pretty tall. Never mind.
Yeah, we're so tall.
They're
I was
tall.
gonna say, I was like, oh, you know, being as like 8-foot dragonborn, the head might actually be baby size compared to your still an orc.
That's an
I
orc.
think it would be more of a goblin to fit that
Okay, so
description.
taking them here? Do you just like put him on the side near one of these mesas, or?
Put him on top of one of them. It's like I can't
Well,
fucking go anywhere.
I feel like they just take the same guy and just put the bag on the ground, and his head is just.
Well, most of him is out of it, really.
Yeah.
No, only his arms and shoulders. He's like, man.
Which ends up being like up to his waist because the bag stops being able to open that wide.
Just his whole body limp over.
And then
And
I
your
just have
idea
the
was to
carpet.
fucking break his body and get him to fit in there.
Just have the
How else is
carpet
he gonna
on
fit in there?
Should have fucking
Lamb.
watched what he ate. It's not our fault he's fat.
Watch what he ate, so he fat in our bag. I hope we're actually having this
We could
conversation while
kidnap
we're
him.
sitting there.
I
Like,
know.
you put an orc in a bag.
What were you
It's not
thinking?
our fault he didn't fit. Yeah, because he's planning his weight around your bag. We're having an argument in the fucking alleyway about an orc being in a bag.
You four have
That'd be so fucked.
kind of set up right now. The orc is just loudly snoring, his head kind of rocked back right now. Still
Just
under
starting to
that
hit like
sleep
the back
spell.
of Torrent's head. Ow.
Assume you set him down by this point.
Fair
Are you
enough.
attempting to interrogate someone while they're like hanging out up at the bag of holding on your side?
Feyna, do you recognize this man?
Reinhardt has his goblin on the hold.
Drow.
Oh, what?
Do you recognize this orc?
It looks over to him. Oh yeah, that's Rock.
His name is Rock.
That's awkward.
It's the Rock Johnson.
Rock
So you're
over
not
the
a part of
finish.
the. Neither of you two are part of the crown.
No.
Ah, yeah, she's honestly, it's kind of throwing me off on this one because she keeps telling me answers.
Listen,
Only we still
if
had a
you
ranger that's zone of
you
truth.
don't really, you lie a lot, you end up dying. Yeah. Just
Mm.
You learn quick, especially with me. Us.
Then what's this? And I hold up the white stone.
That's in Teldori.
God
Kinda
damn
like
it.
trying to throw her brow and look at. Yeah, I don't quite know what it is, but yeah, I've had one of those before.
What are they?
Go around having it.
Oh yeah, I have to drop it off somewhere. Again, I don't know what it is. We were paid to drop those off at places along the city.
Well, this was dropped
Saren,
off to a.
Could I see what that is?
Not right now.
Might have, I don't know. Rock here might have been handed it by someone to drop it off somewhere.
Drop it off at parts of the city.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's random spots. I wasn't listening when told what it was.
What is it? What does this white thing look like? It's just a white stone. That's all
Yeah, it's a
he's
piece
holding?
of rounded white stone with 2 runes on either side emblazoned in on it with a very dark blue color.
I'm actually with Harbinger on this one. Have him take a look at that.
I'll hand the rock.
Yeah.
And then I'll help Torin pull the orc out of his bag.
While they're doing that, did anything odd come after the drop-offs of these stones?
I only dropped off one. No.
No,
You
nothing.
think it has anything to do with the portal that's opened up? No
Portal?
way.
Anything
Frankly,
amongst
yeah.
anything amongst the city odd afterwards, or
Get some help on this, by the way.
No.
Anavir.
Not really.
he's not there?
Actually,
I'm
Anavir
not
not there.
there.
Fuck.
I
You're right,
know.
you're right, you're
I
right.
haven't bothered to check if the stone's still there.
You know where
Let's
it's
go
at.
look point if I have to.
Yeah, down in the creeks.
The 19.
19. Okay. Looking at the stone, are you using any additional magic to help you? Such as identify
have to?
or?
I think
No, I
our
could.
Are you? I was just
No, I
asking. Are
could.
you? Or are you just looking?
No,
at it?
not yet. Not yet.
You look at the stone, kind of flipping it around in your hands and looking at the insignias that are, I keep saying insignias, the sigils and runes that are burned in on the sides. And there is definitely an element of very powerful magic at play here.
I could spend an extra 11 minutes.
if you want.
It's a ritual spell.
The runes themselves and the specifics you can't discern with just a look through with Arcana, but what you do discern is that one rune is connected to another item. The patterns that it shows are typically used to kind of sync two items across great distances, and the other one is more responsible along the lines of the greater planes. The specifics you can't tell at the moment, but it's kind of almost a cosmic type of rune.
I'll sketch it down, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'll take note of what the stone is made out of.
Okay. For that, just roll for me in a quick intelligence check.
Fuck, 6.
Okay. It's gonna take you a little bit of time to kind of study back up on it, because you have a feeling you might know, but you need a little bit of time.
I'll pass. I'll just float it back over to Saren.
Dana, you said you knew where the other one that you dropped off was at?
Yeah, I know where the one I dropped off was.
When did you drop this off at?
Dropped off a few days ago down the Crete. It's really hard to say anywhere in the Cretes unless you know where it is, but it was into a well.
Did,
You can show a well?
Yeah, there's a few wells throughout the Crete, and they specifically wanted to drop down into one of them.
who wanted to drop down?
People that hired me, and I assume the people that hired Rock over there, as he kind of gestures over to the orc that is full, despite being tied his head still back, is just snoring loudly throughout this entire conversation.
Do you know who hired you?
No. I met them outside the city walls. That's when they handed me the stone and gave me my pay, and
Okay, I'll pull out the Mirror of the Past and use the Mirror of the Past on the stone.
alright. So, roll for me a D100.
Oh.
2.
2. Alright.
It blows up. We wasted $7,000.
The mirror begins to apparate and show a figure before you as it focuses in on the stone. The visage you see is a collection of individuals.
I would have cast Identify after, but just before I handed him the thing.
Oh, I'm doing this, so shush.
So, originally the mirror just kind of shows shrouded figures looking towards the stone, all of them kind of surrounding around it. It starts off as a clean slate piece of stone, before you watch a enshrouded hand covered in this kind of pulsing white-blue energy. Dragonborn hand, red scale, wrapped onto the stone, and you can watch as the burning magic around their hand pulses and burns into the stone. As they release it, the first insignia is set into place. Viewing essentially what might be the beginning of this stone's lifespan as it is right now. I have a good feeling you know who it was that placed that rune.
Was it the Crown Breakers?
No. Judging by that aura around their hand and the scales of a dragonborn.
Oh,
like it was
Raven.
Ball's hand.
Raven Ball's hand. Okay then. I'll look to
Explains how she keeps finding
the girl's
us.
name. The girl's name.
Fana.
Sure. I don't care. I need you to show me exactly where you dropped the other one off.
Okay. Are you going to just float me over there?
Yep.
It's gonna take a while.
Fine. I don't really care.
Your time you're wasting. She just leaned back on the carpet.
I'm gonna take a nap.
I mean, we could just drag her from the carpet. That'd be faster, I think.
It'd be fastest if I could just walk and show it to you.
So, Reinhardt,
Yes.
let's go. How about you and I go with her to get the other one of these? Because
That's
I
fine.
believe I know who dropped them off.
Do
Snyder.
Rock and
Snyder, could you identify this and tell me what it is, exactly what it does?
Yeah. I guess I can't identify it. Do you want me to roll another Arcana check, Chris?
Are you just ritual? Just for
Yeah,
taste?
just ritual. Yeah.
Okay. It'll take a bit of time. You don't need to roll another Arcana. Takes a bit of time as you kind of have to start
Hold
setting
up
up the ritual to discern the nature of this. In the meantime, what is everyone else doing?
We're just riding the carpet over.
I'm waiting for him because I kind of wanted him to cast the spell.
You know,
Well, you can cast it on the carpet with Feyna.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a little proactive, and I'm going to use my sending stone to talk to Saren. Ask for an update if they found anything. Let them know, and also let them know that actually, yeah, Saren, Safari here. I think I'm using this right.
Is he
we
using
found-
this right?
Yeah.
I make sure
Looks
he's
like-
using or she's using it right.
So,
We found some craftsmen for the ship. Ship will be repaired. Anavir and I are back here. Has your group found anything?
we found some things, but not related to what we need to worry about. Keep an eye out. We'll meet back up later today.
Due diligence. I just imagine Surprise like, how do I work this thing?
Covering up
Like
the
a
fucking
boomer.
microphone.
Just the ringtone.
It's like.
You gotta speak into the mic. Speaking into the mic?
It's fucking
No,
it's
the transit volume's
FaceTime. You
really,
don't need
really
it.
high.
You don't need it that close to your face. Never mind.
Is this
Tur-
working?
It turns. It turns into like a McDonald's drive-thru. It's like, hi, welcome to McDonald's. You're taking it on.
You complete the identify.
Hi, this is Harbinger.
For identify, it is a high-level magic at play here, and this fits about in line from what you've heard. When it comes to Robin's magic, it tends to elude the normal bounds of magic, but
It's like a cacophony of things, you might even say.
yeah, there's a few runes you do remember. One of them is connecting to something else outside of the city, and it seems to be waiting for a signal. The other one, the cosmic rune that you had noted, appears to be holding in a rune specifically to the gate spell.
Oh.
And itself, it is inscribed on white stone.
Okay. I will cast 3rd level Dispel Magic on it.
Okay, roll your spell.
I was floating it back to you, but better not do that now.
What if we were to tamper and have the gate spell work backwards? Ah. Have us teleport to the caster.
It's just a d20, right? Or do I add anything to it?
I believe you add your spell casting modifier.
No, I didn't get it. I got 10, so unless it's a cantrip, it didn't work. Okay,
I'm
I
going
will.
to dispel the magic, and you note for a moment the runes flare up brightly, and then slowly dim.
Okay. Do I know if I can just smash and break a
Don't know.
magic item?
For this item, you can't be sure what that will do.
Okay, I'll use the ability of my now armor, and then cast Dispel Magic again.
Okay.
So D20 plus my modifier, my spellcasting modifier, or is my spell attack modifier? Got it. Okay.
I can check again. It might be your.
Well,
It's usually
+9.
modifier
I don't think it's modifier, but
for dispel. Check them out here. Third level. I can fucking click.
Spellcasting ability.
which is the
Modifier.
modifier. That's not the modifier. Is that plus my proficiency bonus?
Comes to wording, unfortunately, D&D Beyond doesn't. Just look for in your spell sheet. Should say spellcasting ability.
Because it says modifier, spell attack, and save DC.
So yeah, it'd be your spell. It'd be your modifier
So
according
then my spell. If I'm using my spell attack, do I get the +1 or no? Is the question that I have because of my armor.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure because yeah, you're right. It does add your
Ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Yeah, it's your so it's your modifier.
So
according
just your
to what I'm
modifier.
finding.
Okay.
Because even right here, like, what's the spell casting ability for a cleric? And it just says it's your wisdom. Use your wisdom whenever a cleric refers to an ability. And other one saying just use your modifier. Just the modifier. So you're not making an attack. It's just a +5.
Again, it had not quite finished
I rolled a 5.
brightening, and you begin to see it brightens again. Your past perception, you start to see cracks along the white stone around the center of the sigil as the arcane energy flows through it, and it
Out of
begins
curiosity,
to slowly dim again.
if it's 3rd level, it automatically dies
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 3rd level?
No, if it's yeah, you're right. It's 3rd level, it automatically dies out, and it's not.
Okay. But I'm feeling it's close.
Because gate spells.
Not
above
quite.
that, eh?
Yeah.
It spells less than 9th level, isn't it?
We don't know what that is.
A wizard would because wizard, but yeah.
Okay. I'll put it in one of my small pockets of the bag of holding.
Okay.
So she takes and she dies. She'd be shunted out of the bag of holding, which is in a temporal dimension, so she'd be shunted into the astral plane.
Something tells me if there's multiple of those around the city, she's not using it for herself.
No. But now it's in another realm, so it can't be used. Snyder, do you have any idea what this could be used for?
Sounds like a beacon, to be honest, but a beacon to let things through, let someone through.
Essentially found the gate spell on a trigger.
Yeah.
How does the gate spell work? Do you know?
Chris, can I have some liberty on this?
Or does he just not know? Yeah, but you're not Stormer.
Harbinger, I guess
You would need to
Harbinger
see
would
the
have
stone
some
again
sort of
and
idea.
identify just.
I did scrap it down.
Yeah, but you need to identify the spell just on the sigil to learn just the full effect of gate.
Mm-hmm. I probably won't learn the full effect of gate. I'd probably just say it's some sort of portal, maybe? Large. That's about what you're getting. But large, definitely.
Definitely not sounding good.
Okay, then we need to get the other one. Do you know of any others being delivered?
Well, I didn't even know Rock was delivering one till just now, so I don't think they're telling us everyone that's delivering one.
Are you part of an organization that does this kind of delivery system? Or is this like a freelancer kind of thing?
Probably freelancer, because I don't belong to any organization. Maybe Rock does, I don't know.
Okay. Chris, let us know when we get to the where she says they're supposed to be.
Takes a few hours to navigate the creeks in this manner, and then eventually find about a plaza. Tarps covering over it with a singular, heavily used and slightly broken well situation. She kind of has her head poking out just so she could see what's going on in front of the carpet. And she's like, yeah, just that one. I had to drop it in.
Snyder, this is your. Snyder does what I told him to do and uses his magical gauntlet to reach into the well and see if he can grab it.
I don't know what the range is on Mage Gauntlet, but it is descent down. It's not like ends at 10 feet.
It's like 60 feet, I think, or 40 feet.
Hey, let me look at this page.
Can I see the bottom of the well?
With your magical dark vision, yes. It's about.
Page.
It begins to fizzle out just as you're kind of looking at the bottom there. You can see a little bit of the water down below.
His
Okay.
Mage Gauntlet is good for 50 feet for 2 minutes.
Ooh. So it's 300 feet down. Chris.
Oh, sorry. 100. Sorry, I was assuming 120. No, so it's about 100 feet down.
Okay. Is there water in the well?
Yeah.
How far down is the water?
With your passive perception and all of that, you're looking at about 20 feet.
And then water for 60 feet.
Well, it's 20 feet of water. It was 120 feet till you're seeing the rock.
Oh, and then 20 feet of water. Oh, it's only 20 feet of water and then the whetstone's at the bottom?
You don't know. You don't see the stone.
Oh.
There is a 100-foot drop, 20 feet of water, and then you
Okay.
see the rock.
Well, then I'm just
Oh.
gonna go get it, guys.
Just
How
jump
big is
in
the
there.
well?
Probably enough that you could fit in a little awkwardly with your armor.
Okay. I'll jump down. Snyder, jump into the well and go get the rock. It's a 100-foot drop, and then 20 feet of water until you hit the base, and then it's down at the bottom. And I can give you dark vision when you're down there.
Fly. Real quick, let me just identify that water.
Identify the water.
Identify water.
It's wet.
It's
Yeah.
water.
I don't know if it's poison or is this a common
It's
well,
fucking,
Chris?
it's fucking water.
If it's a common well, fine.
Get in the hole.
All right, here we go, Fly.
You have my dark vision.
You
To
know,
make sure you can see.
down and illuminated, you can see it's not a whole lot of room between rock and water.
Wait, how much water is it, Chris?
20 feet of water.
20 feet of water down, and there's a gentle movement of the water.
Oh, wait, fuck that. No, I'll just Mage Gauntlet it back up.
You don't see it. That's the issue.
Wait, the water moves underneath the well?
Not like a swirling motion, it's a gentle motion.
Like there's a current,
Very small current, yeah.
which means it fell down into the well and it's underneath in the thing. So if we...
What do you see down there?
yeah, what do you see down there?
Water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you see the
Wait,
stone?
so I don't see it at all, Chris.
No.
Do you see a white stone with pretty rubies and gems on them?
No gems, there are no rubies, it's just dark lettering.
I thought it had two
To rotate.
No.
Oh, runes. Sorry, runes.
Not rubies. Rune.
Runes.
What
Runes.
the fuck is a rune? It could be a gem.
A wench, not a wrench, not a wench.
No, wench will do at this point.
You can look through, but you would have to go under the water.
That could be
And at
stones.
that
I
point,
don't
you'd
like
be
that.
swimming.
Snyder, do you have magics? Detect magic.
You know what? I should. Yes, I do. Ritual cast. Give me a second. Oh, it's concentration. Fuck.
Yeah, you would immediately stop flying.
Okay. Is there a... Oh. Wait, so is there a bit of a cavern on this well as well?
Very minimal. You're looking at like a foot or two.
Okay. I'll somehow cast Rope Trick 5 feet above the water, just in case.
Okay.
And I'll sit in the windowsill of the Rope Trick. Remember, it has its own
Yeah.
extra dimensional space. And then I'll cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Why did it be so extra?
Wizard.
So I only have
Wizards.
38 hit points. Yeah.
Okay. Cast Detect Magic.
I'm also really heavy, so probably not best that I don't swim.
Right, so you can detect it within 30 feet.
Hmm.
Within just a mere 30 feet, you don't get much range at the moment because between the rope trick and everything, you're pretty much only picking up what's directly down at the bottom. You have to, at this point, you kind of have to go in to start discerning more.
Okay.
Into the water?
I will continue to keep fly though. I'll do that again if I need to. Yoink.
Because you only get 30 feet of vision even with this, so you're kind of flying to where the current is going, and you're still not picking anything up within just 30 feet of anything that isn't blocked by 1 foot of stone.
This is practically gone. I'm starting to feel like. Also, I come back from up for air every few seconds.
Are you going into the water and swimming?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you go into the water and within that darkness you have about half movement, you can see there's a magical blip at the very far edge, 30 feet down where the current is going.
Okay. How far is that again?
30 feet.
30
12
feet.
seconds
here.
away.
I have his dark vision as well.
What is your Constitution modifier?
You know it's -1.
It's an 8,
Okay.
right? Or a 9?
I am flying
Back.
in water.
Unfortunately, you're swimming. Even if you cast Fly in water, you are swimming.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, with a -1 to your modifier, though, you cannot hold your breath underwater.
Oh,
It is 1+ modifier for
Oh.
holding your breath underwater.
use
Oh,
your
fuck.
hand! You have a fucking magic hand, you dunce!
Okay. And you said there's like a foot high cavern. You said, Chris.
You have
About the most?
telekinesis!
Hold on a moment, let him do his thing. He's
I will use Mage Gun. Mage Gun has like a range of like.
yeah,
80.
you're swimming, concentrating on detect magic.
Okay.
But yeah, it's about 30 feet away. You have to come up for air pretty much every 6 seconds, though.
Okay. Actually, can I go back up at my best? I'll just grab him to the rope that has a rope trick on it.
Yeah.
All right. Arcane Eye at 4th level.
Okay.
And still Mage Gauntlet, and Mage Gauntlet will just follow the Arcane Eye.
Okay. So you are losing concentration on detect magic now.
Mm-hmm. I know the direction, but I'd have to spend a minute looking for it, which is fine.
So your gauntlet and I, kind of beneath the water, slowly pushing through and looking. Just roll for me a quick perception check.
If I can get to the right tab. I haven't seen it yet. Can I do a reroll thing? Lucky feat. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, you can look at it, but you can look at the dice. It's just I can't tell
Oh,
you if it succeeds.
yeah, I should. I should do it one more time. That's a 7.
Total.
Yeah, total.
Okay. It takes a little bit of time to. You have to scan with the eye going kind of back and forth before you find
Gonna
it.
take a
Because
minute.
with the dark vision, you're losing color, so it's hard to find the white stone in what is essentially all grays. You do find it though closer to the end of the Arcane Eye's minute, and the gauntlet, as it kind of wraps onto it, the Arcane Eye fades out because I believe it's only a minute. No, an hour. Never mind. So you manage to grab onto it after some time, and you can just pull it out.
Okay. Sitting in my little windowsill in a
Road
well.
trip. As your Arcane Eye and Mage Gauntlet come up, you have the white stone. Looks just as fine as probably when it was first dropped in. And it looks pretty identical to the other one you had found.
Guess I'll just cast my final fly of the day.
Okay.
And head back up. Still Mage Gauntlet in it.
Yeah. After about 10 minutes, Senator emerges from the well with stone in hand.
There's a lot of spell slots.
That's why you have them.
Yeah, a disturbing amount of spell slots, dude.
That's why you have them.
Grab that stone. Okay, only burn 5 spells.
But you are back in the creek with the stone in hand.
I have to go. Let me just do a identify and arcane check on this one, Chris. While I go.
Are you spending a spell slot or are you ritually?
Ritual cast it, yeah. I don't have it prepared.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
It's another 19.
11 minutes?
I'll be right back.
Or are you just going to wait for the report back on the stone?
Fana, you said that there's the crown breakers were planning on getting like a house or something like that in North Roads proper, a meeting place.
Something for them to set up on it, yeah. She's just kind of like leaning back now, just looking up towards the tapestry above.
Enjoying her fucking day.
Yeah.
Thank you for flying Air Reinhardt.
Her Airfo hammer. Do you know anything else about the crown breakers that'd be of useful knowledge to us?
I don't know how much there is to say about them. I mean, they want to continue the war. I think less people are interested in doing that in comparison. I don't know. They're pretty inclusive. They don't tell a lot of secrets to just random urchins.
Do you know where we'd be able to find these people?
Look around North Roads proper. I doubt
Okay.
that they're making their presence hidden.
Right. We'll be sure to check there next.
For the sake of brevity, the spell goes off for identify, and it is of similar signature, identical signature to the last stone.
Hmm.
The stones are identical to one another.
Right.
For his
Literally the same roll too. 19.
They're identical.
We just don't know how many stones that there are in the
Yeah.
city.
8 spells on triggers.
8 spells?
Gate.
Oh,
Gate.
I thought you told us how many stones there were right there. I was like, there's 8 of them? Oh my god.
You don't know
Wait,
how
are these
many there are.
Uh-huh.
these aren't glyphs of holding, but similar to that.
No, it's
Glyph of boarding. I said glyph of holding.
not quite a glyph of warding.
This is a stored spell.
Yeah, it is a stored spell.
Could
I
we
think
light
should-
one off and see where it goes? So we could have someone dispel magic it in a minute.
We can cast Dispel Magic on it, but let's wait till later in the day to make sure we don't need it. I will take the other one and I will put it back in the pocket.
I think we need to wake up the orc.
Yeah. Let's go back and wake up the orc.
Wait,
Alright.
he's not with us?
We
No,
can't
it's
carry
just-
that much on the cart. It's a
cart?
torrent. Yeah,
Yeah.
it turns carpet.
You head back to the area south of the Aurora Hole. He
Right.
is still snoring. How long does sleep last?
Sleep
Hours.
lasts. Oh, duration's only 1 minute.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
so
sleeping.
Oh, so he just.
But
He's still
that's the
asleep.
thing, though. Sleep forcibly
He's
keeps you
faking.
asleep for 1 minute.
so you could
Ah.
just stay asleep. You might
It
be
says,
really tired.
from what I understand, hold on.
But Raw said you're still asleep though.
Trying the creatures along.
Saren,
Maybe he
He's
was
an
sleep
anxious.
deprived.
you're telling me this whole time I was lugging him around, he could have woken up?
He's out fucking going
He's
to
tied
all
up,
the-
actually. He's tied
He's
up.
a
I
he's
just
asleep.
imagine Torn by himself with his like, baby on his chest,
this
walking
giant-
through all the stores and shops, looking at stuff. And it's a full-size orc head.
Well,
An arm.
a
No, he
lot
just
of
grabs
them
the close
sticking
weapon.
out.
Ah!
his upper chest. Yeah.
He's been taken out of the bag now, and he's just.
By the
So you
time we
all-
I
get
can keep
back,
him asleep. I can
what
keep him
time
asleep.
is it?
By now, well, you're not having to awkwardly navigate around the creeks, and with the cloud coverage, you can barely see the sun. It's looking at about mid-afternoon. Sun's starting to go down.
Okay.
I'm starting to get real low, big boy.
So, at this point, with the orc still tied up, we'll wake him up.
Okay. Just kind of just whoa.
Hello.
Morning,
Kinda
princess.
just-
That was the
Hello.
best night's sleep I've forgotten in a long time.
Bro.
It's the kind of sleep when you
No.
fall asleep in class. You're like, oh, the shit.
So,
You've never fallen asleep
the
in class?
one who
Yeah.
gave you this, what
I
was
have
their
no clue
name?
what you're talking about?
I pull out a
Oh.
war pick and just put the pointy side on his neck.
I understand
pick up the
what
goblin.
you're talking about. I don't know who. Just sort of you know, they don't say the name. They just sort of give you the gold, and you do the job.
Where were you to drop it off?
There's a well down in the pits south end.
Okay. Will,
Part
I have
2.
the one he was gonna drop off.
That's. Yep.
He was dropping them all off on this. They're dropping them all into wells,
They're using the sewers.
which makes a circle probably.
It's using the plumbing.
Okay.
And the pipes.
The pipes.
But yeah.
I look
they're
at both of them. Do either of you have any hard feelings?
Pause.
I'm guessing you're talking about the orc and the goblin.
Hard feelings?
Yes. Hard feelings.
They got paid already.
I feel pretty strongly about a few things. And there's a kind of moment where the elf says, "No, we have no hard feelings."
Even Saren can't hide 100% the smile as the orc tried to actually answer that question in such a stupid way. Alrighty then. Do you remember what we look like?
And then the
I
orc
was like
kind of
half
leans
of us
in
are
to
covered in
look at you.
faces.
Like, man.
No.
He needs
Like,
glasses.
I
half of
look
us
to
have
the
our
elf
faces
now
covered.
with all of my questions. Do you remember
She is
what we
like
look
looking. She's looking up at the sky now. No, I've never seen you before.
That is
Wonderful.
good.
Are
Ah,
they?
shit.
Is she telling the truth?
Roll
Am
me
I
a
getting?
check.
I shall roll an insight check.
She gives you this fucking 16-year-old girl attitude of just
I
like,
know.
doesn't care, but still like a
23.
By the way, the
Right.
goblin that was running away
It's
quite
another
well.
character that's, you know, they've been an urchin or on the street for long enough to know,
Shut the fuck up.
how do you live?
You're not dead. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Okay. I will pull off the ropes, give Reinhardt his, put mine in my bag. Go.
Okay.
If
That'll be nice.
if you get any more of those rocks, take them to the Aurora's watch.
I doubt if we're getting any more.
you find any more information.
Take them to the Aurora's watch.
And
Alright.
the orc who's kind of sitting there wrapping his wrist, like, if I get another rock, you know what? What if I go to them again and say like I lost it? Give me another one.
I look at the orc. I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, it's okay, buddy.
That's
You've
a
done
great
Can
job.
we have
great.
him in our
And
cavern?
I just give him 2 of the platinum I took and just say, go have a nice night.
You see, he kind of goes to put it on his pouch, and that's weird. Goes and and he just
Oh
makes
my
his way
God.
down into the pits again.
I kind of want him in our cavern, if I'm being
about him
honest.
at this point.
Yeah.
Does sleep cause brain damage, Chris?
Did he hit his head a little too hard? when he
Yeah,
knocked this guy?
his
He
brain
did
went
hit
like
it
this.
pretty hard.
I don't think I made him retarded. Like, Jesus Christ.
You know what do you expect?
I mean, orcs don't have to be stupid.
Yeah, that's true.
That's racist.
That is basically racist.
There's a certain type of person that's in the job that takes the, we're gonna give you a lot of money, now put these mysterious stones in hard to reach areas around the city.
You're not paying
So,
for intelligence.
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm
really
going to,
count.
Chris, as it's late at night, it's getting late. I am going to message, I'm going to, with the rocks, message Anavir. Anavir, are you and Savari still with the ship? And are we able to sleep there? Or do we need to find...
Well, what do you
Hold
say
on, let
to
me
that,
turn my
Chris?
mic
Like,
back on and
how,
smell my food.
how's everything looking so far when he asked that?
I mean, the ship is, while grounded and it's unable to leave, you have a piece of broomstone on the ground. It's still serviceable as quarters.
Okay.
The tower
Where I
down.
was
Yeah, I
thinking
tell him
sleep.
like, well, we're still working on it, but it still serves well for, you know,
We can still sleep in it.
yeah, you can still sleep in it, and we can stay in for it. So.
Chris, since a lot of these things are nocturnal that live here,
Mhm.
can I still look for a gem place?
Yeah, I mean, it's not dark yet. You haven't entered dusk.
put the
Yeah,
tower
you
down
can
when I
look
get back.
around. You still have fly, so. Roll investigation check.
I roll crap next time. No, stop. Don't say that.
It gonna be good.
Not bad. 21.
Okay. The Scowl Square is still a chaotic mess, and it's likely not going to die down at any time soon. Looking around instead, you do find somewhere along the North Roads proper that appears to be in the business of selling high-value items, specifically. So gems kind of falls under that. Which gem are you looking for? Is it at a certain
need a
cost?
ruby. No. Kind of just need a ruby. That's about it. Because colored.
Alright. You do manage to find someone selling rubies. Are you just looking for like a decent sized one, a really small one?
Good question. About that big around.
Okay.
This is a 44 special.
Very nice.
One of those.
The person kind of gives an okay.
Got a bit of a price point to it, I
How about
suppose.
like another orc individual kind of leaning back? Okay. Gonna get that to you for 800 gold.
800. All right.
That size?
And is it like does it have like imperfections or whatnot? Do I have
It's
to roll?
no, it's a pretty nice looking one.
Okay.
Seems.
It's going into a hilt.
Yeah, no, you could tell that probably most of the gems are selling here for the intent purpose of take a lot of money, turn it into a small item worth a lot of money in terms of traveling and the like. So.
And wait, topaz is. And it looks like a topaz as well. Although that will take more time, but a topaz as well. I'm spending money.
You want to buy a topaz?
Mm-hmm.
300 more gold.
I thought it'd be more expensive. Okay. I ain't complaining. 700.
Depends on the gem.
Fucking raccoons.
The cut and the angle and the clarity.
Oh, if it's clarity, it's fine. I can deal with the cut later.
Okay, so you buy your 2 gems. Is everyone then regrouping at Wyvern's Claw?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I don't hear.
I'll put it by a tower outside of it. It's doing
Okay.
some drafting work.
Doesn't look too out of place considering a tent city starts forming along the North Roads between the road that leads towards the Dusk Bastion and the proper North Roads that leads out of the city.
I just realized we can have a soup kitchen in the tower.
What?
Or it's also a portable magic shop because I can just put a tower down.
I was thinking of other guys for a second. Anyway.
So you all settle in for the night.
Yeah.
I will cast on the stones a 5th level Dispel Magic.
You have to pick one.
The first one.
Okay.
Does it work?
5th level? Got roll.
No, it does not. So I will cast a 3rd level.
Casting again. After you cast the 5th level, the same stone, the sigils barely have dimmed since the last, and this one it kind of flares up again, cracking along the center.
Wow. So
More
6th
kind of
level. Wow. Okay. Third level, 19 plus 5 for 24. Yeah.
As you finally
if it was a 14
finish the
level.
cast, this time the magic begins to slowly crackle and form around it. The rune itself starts to crumple in. Where on the ship are you, by the way?
Oh.
I didn't know we were on the ship.
Or
Yeah,
are you
we-
just out in?
Yeah, I thought I was just. I didn't hear if we were able to sleep on the ship. Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
would
I
imagine.
figured you were doing this at the ship.
I was doing it on the way walking to the ship.
Okay. So we'll say you're about
Arcane
on
grenade
the,
goes off in the pits.
yeah, we'll say you were about at.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Did you hear
As
that?
you do, between the crackling energy of it, you're kind of holding in hand. Suddenly it begins to grow colder. And an immense cold
I
starts to.
toss it.
It's a chilly night.
As you throw it, the spell magic is kind of working, but you're watching the other magics that the tampering of the stone before with the dispel magic working now. It begins to crumple in on itself, kind of like almost like this kind of star-like crumpling in on itself. And as the stone begins to finally condense into something, you see it kind of is forming into just a small sphere that is trying to fight its way open right now. It's almost like a not black hole. It's not like sucking anything in, but it is this kind of very unstable, small portal that begins to hectically and chaotically spur open.
I'm just gonna watch. I mean,
Do we see anything since we're all walking back with him at this point?
cast another dispel magic on it.
Were
Jesus
we able to
Christ,
see
this is
through the
high-level
portal
shit.
at all?
Yeah,
Or is it
you
just-
are all traveling.
Oh no, that was not helpful. That was a failure.
You try again. This time it doesn't cause a violent reaction like the previous dispel magics when tampering with the stone. It just simply deflects off and is unable to contain the wild magic that is currently warping
so even
around.
with the 24, it didn't fully go away.
It's more that there's more going on with these stones than meets the eye. When you were casting the initial dispel magics and you were tampering with the stone, it seemed to have been having a reaction to that.
Okay, cast one more time at 4th level.
As you're doing all these casts and everyone is watching, is there anything else anyone else wants to do as they're watching this kind of hectic portal start to form where the stone was thrown?
12.
Watch.
Okay, still.
So there was that small little portal though
Again.
for like that split second, right?
Okay, well, give a few moments for everyone else.
I know.
There was that split second where that portal was there.
It's still there, and it's still like kind of, it's growing bigger as the spell magics, unrelated to the spell magic itself, is just growing over time.
15.
Still no dice.
Do we see anything through the
Oh my
portal, or is it just
God.
like
Well, you're seeing
Solid
now
colored
the
ball.
kind of spectral darkness. You're seeing.
20.
Okay, calm down. I haven't asked for another.
I have literally one more spell slot high enough to cast.
and then what?
But I can't cast dispel magic anymore because I'm 3, 4, 5, and 6 level all burned to get rid of one of these.
One moment.
Let me know what the 20 does.
I will.
And then I know pretty soon, guys. I know it's past 9. I'm just letting everyone know that as soon as Amanda gets here, I gotta hop off and help her out with shit.
As it's finally closing, or you're giving it your literal all to trying to close this, and everyone else, you kind of stand watch, and you can see just on the very edges of this creatures kind of looking back now as the a portal starts to form. You see something that almost looks like these big hulking things in the back, and you see one creature with these kind of spiny, half-developed legs, 7 or 8 of them. It almost looks like it's wearing a cloak, but instead of where the face is, it just looks like dozens of gems or eggs in this very kind of almost looking like a head. Its hands clutch around a staff, and that, I think, flipped out of the portal before you finally give one final thrust, and the portal finally crumples and closes away, preventing anything else on the other side of that portal from walking through. But this
No.
one creature with these like claw-like hands kind of corrects itself, looks up with a staff, and that's where we'll end
Oh, you
tonight's
son of a
session.
I was just gonna ask Chris, are they within sprinting distance to the
You guys
airship,
are
or
no, they are.
no? So
They-
you guys, so
this
you
is
four are on
essentially-
your own.
Yeah. Maybe it's friendly.
No.
I get ready for battle.
Maybe we
Well-
can have Torin say he's Robin and
Sinister will help. I mean, we could have killed her multiple times. or-
What if it is his sister?
I think there might
guys
be
are
a little
going-
bit of a color disparity with me and Robin. If they've seen.
Yeah, a little bit.
You guys are going into combat with no spells.
Oh,
mean,
one
I am.
is.
One is.
somebody burnt two of them burnt through like 6 spells.
And I was too busy doing some handwork.
And I'm down a spell.
These stones have a very high AC, so it required a lot of rolling to try and close
Oh
one.
shit.
It's just the nature of the magic that was at play.
Oh my god.
But,
Well. thank
Well,
you
that's
as
good.
always, Chris.
Good as always.
Mm-hmm.
I'll end off the stream here.
If we still had Wolfgang, you'd have to get the sending stone with the large, with the extra large numbers.
he needs the hearing aid version.
Hearing aid stone.
Extra large
There's like
stuff, got
attachments
everything
to the
back
sending stone.
The extra large
Reinhardt
number
calling.
pad and
That's right.
Renard? I don't know Renard. So it was like an 8-legged creature.
with a
It's a
staff for
spider.
a face.
About.
Okay.
They're like very thin spider-like legs, but it's standing as if it's bipedal. It's not a spider. It looks like the torso of an individual with these raggedy robes. But
wild.
at the end of those robes are these multiple legs.
How nice. Nightmare fuel. Got
Not
it.
creepy at all.
Yep, not nightmare fuel. Anyway, for those that are watching, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. If you haven't yet, use the promo code of XEvilX for the energy drink of Swift Lifestyles. That would be very nice, and you'll probably really like it. It gives you that nice little boost for your day of gaming. So, yeah.
Holy shit, he remembered to do his promo.
Well, you know.
In the last like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it might as well, right? But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.